And welcome to Game Day Live, and we are at magnificent Webb Oval. Yes, they're up there, Glenunga, Division 1 team, and they're playing St Peter's Old Collegians. My name is Tony Neal. Some of them, Vince, call me the voice of metropolitan and regional football Australia-wide. I am joined by the voice of community football, Vince Cosme. Welcome, Vince.
Thank you, Tony. Fantastic here to be at Webb Oval for the first time in 50 years for a Division 1 game for the Glenunga Rams. So very, very exciting day for them today. Have a look at this weather that's been turned on. It's magnificent, probably high 20s, I'd suggest. Sun is shining, a few fluffy clouds around, and we're really looking forward to today's match.
And Vince, some may ask about the hat. It's actually the 72 B grade reunion for Glenunga as well today. It is an absolutely huge day. Let's see if they can improve on the ground after last week's little hiccup. And we're in for a beauty. Of course, we must thank our sponsors who look after us so well, Vince. And I'll tell you what, I like the first one. Roll the Dice, Simon Black Academy, Mosley. Who else we got there, Vince?
Yes, magnificent thongs supplied by Archie's, of course. Dartfish, Australia's most used tool for sports and sports interactive, and of course filming footy, which brings your broadcast to us today.
All right, well, here we go, folks. Stay tuned because the big game is not too far away, and we'll be back after this short break.
The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Here, the B grade is on still currently, but not too far away from the start, Vince. And let's have a look at Glenunga and over recent times and a bit of their history.
So Glenunga started in 1954 as a Hyde Park football club, and they were in the East Torrens Football Association. They moved to this ground 3 years later, and then joined the Amateur League in 1960, won the A3 and then A2 flags in their first 2 seasons, so got off to a fantastic start. They became the Glenunga Rams in 1967, so that's about 55 years in my calculations. Let's go through to some of their recent form. So they've come through the divisions in the last few years. Div 4, Div then down to Div 5, back up Div 4, Div 3, Div 2 with some premierships in there. The amazing stat for me on them is 0-9 in the shortened season, and then 17-3 last year in Division 2. So fantastic effort by Glenunga.
Fantastic, Vince, and let's just have a look at that selected team, and there's a few players in there to look out for. Of course, in the middle, the captain is in there, and let's just have a look. Where is he? He's in there. We interviewed him the other week. Alex Heron, of course, magnificent player, number 6 in the middle of the ground, and I think they're going to be interested. They only scored the 3 goals last week, so they're going to be looking for some work up forward. And some targets up there as well. So how do you see things there?
Yeah, interesting. A couple of players. We're talking. We'll shortly go to the interview with Nathan Grimer. A couple of players he told us to watch out for today. Thomas Bilby, of course, and the other one being Sam Smith. So we'll keep an eye on those 2 players and see how they go throughout the day. I think let's have a listen to what Todd Grimer had to say earlier today. Okay, so I'm here with Nathan Grimer, the coach of the Glenunga Rams. 6 months on since I spoke to you at Woodville Oval last year. So how has the last 6 months been for you, Nathan?
Yeah, it's been really positive. Even coming here this morning, our C grade, leading at half time, they got beat by 160 points last week, and their first crack at Div 1 footy in the season. Our B's first quarter was exceptional. They're leading St Peters. They're obviously given a little bit up in this quarter, but from a club point of view, we know it's really important not just to worry about our A grade, but to be sustainable. We have to bring up our B's and C's and try and be a good Div 1 club. So that's been a big focus, getting everyone on the track, trying to train a game plan that we'll implement across every grade, whereas last year it was sort of new to the club, trying to teach as much as you can in a short period of time. Lucky to keep the same coaching group on, so a bit of continuity there, but try to recruit, obviously, in that 6 months. That was tough, being a promoted team. Obviously, unless you got the connections, bringing an older guy that's at the back end of a Sandford career, they're probably more interested in, trying to get team success, which is completely understandable, and it's hard to sell that dream straight off the bat. But our focus is do enough to stay up this year and play some really good Div 1 footy, and and then we build from there, and we haven't wavered from that at all. Yep.
So the difference in Div 1 this year, are you looking to be a bit of a danger team or spring some surprises on some of the more established Div 1 teams? If you mentioned that your focus is obviously just to establish yourself this year. Changes in your game plan to be able to implement, to be able to do that. Tell us how that's gone over the pre-season, adapting to playing against better opposition every week.
Yeah, absolutely. When we took on the team last year with a new coaching group, obviously off the COVID year, hadn't won a game, giving up 130 points a game, would have got relegated. We probably had a 2 or 3 year plan to be where we are, and I believe that contest and defence is a cornerstone to teach young players the fundamentals of footy, and we did that really well last year. We gave up only 50 points a game, but our offence was a work in progress, and we got really found out in the grand final, and the better team clearly won on the day. So it's a balance now, because now we're up in that better division. We can't go away from defence, or we'll give up 100 points a week, but we know over time we've got to develop some offence in the guys' games as well. So we saw last week, we held Port Districts to 65 points. We only kicked 3 goals ourselves, which, we're going to need a bit of work, but we'd only had 5 guys in that team that had played Div 1 or higher going into that game. Well, clearly because we've come from Div 2, and, Porter, an established Div 1 team, added some really good guys to that group. We've only got 1 or 2 guys who've played state league footy here, so, we're really, asking a lot of those guys to lift the standard, because I just believe the way you train relates to how you play. And I think, if we're going to train at a Div 2 level, and get, if we do get beat and we drop our bundle midweek, we'll drop off really quickly. But we had an exceptional week on the track. We reviewed the game pretty thoroughly. The guys are super invested, and, everyone knows we take the contest long, because last year we had 3 good key forwards, and we knew if we got the ball in our half at Div 2 level, limited your possession, that you're probably going to win the game. And clearly winning's what we're all about. But we need to teach these guys to use the corridor a bit more and overlap, but that's easier said than done as well. So what I'd love to see today is defend really, really staunch. Under 75 points would be a great effort, and just hopefully that one doesn't come back to haunt me. But I think that'd be a really, really good effort. And then from there, we've got a new forward mix today. Try and kick some goals the other way. We're not going to win too many games kicking 3 goals, but we want to give teams a scare. We want to be competitive. We want to tackle really well, and we want to be structured. And we don't want to ever waver in games and just fall off the map, which young teams can do, and give up 7 or 8, 9 goals in a quarter, and undo all your good work. So last week we hung in for a half. Well, probably 2.5 quarters actually. Our aim today is to win the game. But if that's not the end result, making sure that we have progressed on last week as well.
Yeah, well, 75 will be a good result. It's about half of what they got against Rocks last week. So
I've said that, and just as I've said it, I've thought of the Rocks game. Yeah. So if we don't hold them to 75, can we just retract all that comment and we'll say we'll keep on 100? But I'd rather raise the bar and aim high.
Yeah.
And I think if you learn to defend, you're going to hang about in games. And, we've had 6 changes today, and a lot of those guys are senior guys, so that should definitely help.
Yeah. And the work that Dartfish does with all the stats and individual analysis that provides, you guys use that a lot?
Mate, I can't speak more highly of the Adelaide Footy League and Dartfish. I'm not just saying that because I'm on Vision. I coached a comparable league in Melbourne. Our salary cap at the time was, I think, north of $200,000. So it was, a lot of money spent on players. We had no vision, no stats, not a lot of help. It's a great league, don't get me wrong. But the environment that Adelaide creates with their footy league, we're giving our guys live vision after games. We can cut them some edits. A lot of these guys aspire to play sample footy, which we can't knock. So we're in a great position with that stats we got this week. Last year we could hide our stats a little bit because we were such a low possession team and the things we didn't do that well, but it's all laid bare now, and I think that's really good that we can. Yeah, and I'm much appreciated for the this live stream today. I know we've got some interstate boys and their parents are rapt to be able to watch their kids play footy. Yeah, that's good. One last quick one. Final message to the players before they run out today. What's that going to be? Keep them under 75 points. No, the big one for me is we've got to crack in from the get-go. Having been in teams that are at the bottom end of the ladder and the top end of the ladder, I believe footy can be a mindset game. If they're off their game by 10% and we bring the heat, why can't we give them an almighty fright and win the game? If we don't bring that intent, let them kick the ball around us. Sutcliffe, McClay, Mitchell ahead of the ball, O'Brien. They're a quality outfit, and we'll be chasing the other way pretty hard all day. No worries. Excellent. Thanks so much for your time. Good luck. First home game in Div 1 for a long time for Glenunga. So all the best to them and for you for the rest of the year, mate. Beautiful. Thanks for the support, guys. Thanks, Nathan. Cheers, mate. Good on you. Fantastic to have the opportunity to interview Nathan Grimer for the second time in 6 months. Tony, tell me about St Peter's, their opposition today.
Well, St Peter's, we'll just wait for the graphic to come up and we have a look at their history. 1847, Vince, I was about 3 when they established themselves. And of course they've got 10 premiers, but a 2020 Brownlow medalist in there. 1928 was their first season, and they're the 4th longest current club in the Adelaide Footy League. They've won 2 Division 1 flags, and we move across now to recent history. Well, there it is. 2015 Division 2, in 2016. They got up to Division 1 in 2017, went down again, became premiers 20-0.
Yeah, amazing season.
And then look at those 3 seasons there, 4th, 3rd and 4th. And they're one of the really strong teams now up in Division 1. And talking with the coach earlier today, Jeff Riddle, we'll have a look at this interview right now. Well, here we are, guys. Jeff Riddle, thank you so much for joining us, the coach of St Peter's.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Yeah, mate, huge win last week, 85-point win to the start of the season. You finished in 4th position last year with the 9-8 record. Went fairly well in the finals within reason. And have you tinkered with the game plan much over summer?
Not too much. We've played around a little bit with our midfield and try to capitalise and win the ball at the source a bit more than what we did last year. But in terms of the way we want to move the footy and defensively how we want to set up, we haven't tinkered too much. We think our team, when we're up and going, can beat anyone. So we didn't want to change too much. But we did do some minor tinkering around the ball and stoppages.
All right, we'll see if we can pick that up today in the commentary without giving too much away. Mate, danger game, is it? I'm sort of looking a little bit, just be wary. What do you know about Glenunga and how much time have you spent on perhaps looking at them, or do you focus on your own team?
Yeah, I think every game in Div 1's a danger game, to be honest with you. Everyone's pretty tight and it's all pretty close every week. But they are a bit of an unknown. We don't know too much about them. Obviously, their first year up in Div 1. Watched a bit of their vision this week. We try to concentrate a bit on us this year. We felt in previous years we've put too much time into the oppo. But I do watch the opposition and I see what they do. So is it a danger game? Every game's a danger game. We'll wait and see what they dish up and try and react to that.
Yeah, I like the answer. You're always prepared to win, but you just never know with the unknown, especially out here. Listen, the game that we're going to see from you, is it a long game? Is it a run and carry? Is the heat going to be a factor? Will we maybe see tempo, switch of play, anything like that along the lines today?
Yeah, so we've put a lot of time and effort into our fitness over summer. We spent a lot of money and put a lot of resource into it. So we're going to back ourselves to run the opposition off their feet, and we're seeing it a bit here in our B grade. They should run away with this game, and they should be a lot more fitter than the opposition. So we'll look to play on where we can, try and switch it out into open space, and really use our pace and run and carry.
All right, so we might see some diagonal patterns going on today as well, and yeah, the run and carry and coming off the back line. Listen, the team strengths and on-field leadership, I know you've got some really senior players out there now and some SANFL players as well. How's the leadership on field?
Yeah, leadership's fantastic. We've kept the same 6 leaders from last year. So Jesse O'Brien is still our captain. We've had a bit of a shuffle underneath him. We've brought in the young leader, Nick McGill, as his vice captain.
Yep.
And then we've got some senior guys as some deputies there to help Nick and Jesse move through, like Jock McClay, Luke Mitchell, James Moriarty and James Duncan. And they really carry the team forward. They're doing a great job.
All right, Jeff, final one. The players are in a huddle in the rooms. They're all pumped up, ready to go. What's your final message just before they come out?
Yeah, not to be complacent. So we've talked a lot about summer, about maturing as a group, and I think a game like this actually shows how far we've come and progressed over summer. So that's going to be the message. We want to be consistent. Last week means nothing if we don't dish up the same sort of stuff today. So it's just about not being complacent and just seeing how far we've come as a group over summer.
All right, well, good luck for today. Could be 2-0 at the final siren, 5 o'clock. We wish you best wishes for the game. Thanks for joining us, Jeff.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
And welcome back, viewers. We're not far away now. The siren has sounded in the B grade, and Glenunga 7 goals 9-51, comprehensively defeated by St Peter's 17 goals 7. Very accurate scoring there, Vince. 109. So 109 to 51 as we see the teams coming out very quickly. Vince, on Glenunga, what have you got from last week for us?
Well, as when I was speaking with Nathan, it's certainly not their plan to only kick the 3 goals in every game, but he's got a really defensive mindset. They're really talking about trying to restrict Spock today to a reasonable score. You know, Spock just running out on the ground at the moment. Looking forward to see. Obviously, Tom Bilby's one of the players he's mentioned to watch, second best last week, and along with Samuel Parsons, Tom Butterworth, Lincoln Bennett and Nick Wundke. So they'll be looking for an improved effort at home. They should get it up against some stiff opposition today, Tony, as we watch the Rams prepare to come out for their first game at home in Div 1.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the crowd will roar. Look at the players lined up there. We'll just watch them come through here because this is a great visual for people watching around Australia and worldwide as we speak, because here they come out here, Glenunga, and a special viewer out there, David Pittman, who does so much for the Glenunga Football Club in many areas and player development, helps with the coaching and a lot of things. And he's unable to make today's home game. He's overseas, so we welcome David to the broadcast, and that's the beauty about the Dartfish broadcast and filming footy. We can go worldwide. Let's have a quick look at St Peter's now, and of course Mason Neagle and Lockie de Cesare. Lockie is one of the players that we're going to be looking at today with stats as well. But Mason Neagle coming in from North Adelaide had an absolute belter last week, played a great game. Jake Sutcliffe was another one, number 23, with 5 goals he scored. The other better players, Jordan Lockwood, Luke Mitchell and Charlie Dowling is another player to keep an eye on. The other big surprise this week, as strong as St Peter's are, Ed Allen comes in from West Adelaide. He's played league football there, and I think he won the reserves Magarey medal, but played 12 or so league games as well, and he should be a standout for them. So it's up against them with Glenunga, Vince, for sure. St Peter's are going to be very strong, and Jesse O'Brien, of course, came in with 4. I think he's the captain. Jock McClay has been an outstanding player for them over a number of years, and watch out for him, number 12. He runs in direct lines at the ball, opens up the whole pack, splits the pack. He's got a good leg on him, and he also scores goals as well. So they had a good spread after that with de Cesare. Nick McGill's been a great player for them over a long number of years. So pretty much across the ground, I'd say St Peter's are very strong for sure. So we're going to keep an eye out for the coin toss. But let's just have a quick discussion around the coaches, Vince, in tight games. So Jeff Riddle would be so relaxed. He could just sit back this week and, the start of today after last week and say, okay, What do we need to keep doing? As we saw in the interview, we focus on ourselves. For Glenunga, a little bit different story. I call it a danger game because they have had success over an extended period. They know how to win games. They have got some good players. They know their ground, a bit like Geelong last night. It's that long, skinny ground.
Long and skinny. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Straight boundary on both sides. So those little nuances obviously will favour the home team, and we should expect that that they'll have a very, very competitive performance today. He said he wasn't too displeased with what they dished up last week. First up against an established Division 1 team. Obviously, they're playing one that's in the last few years come up from the division, but really has established himself as a threat in Division 1 the last 3 years.
Well, Vince, it's a test, isn't it? Because you're going to play Division 1. You don't want to just come up, as many teams do, come up, play for a year and come down. The thing with Glenunga, and this is what I love, this has been in their charter for years. They set a charter many moons ago that let's work our way up into Division 1. Some teams come up, they win or come second in the grand final, and all of a sudden they're up in the next division. This is in Glenunga's charter. This is what they've planned for. They're up here with the big boys. There's no easy week.
No.
So it'll be interesting, Nathan Grime, as I said, with the toes on the white line, whether we see some panic from the coaching ranks. I wouldn't have thought so. He's had league experience, of course, with Sturt. Played AFL, so I think he'll be quite calm and structured about how he goes about it. Let's have a look also. The coach can't just do it himself. The on-field leadership. Are the players going to be making moves? If, for instance, we see a switch of play, if we see a run and carry for St Peters, what are Glenunga going to do? I'm also interested, Vince, this weather, quite warm today.
It is.
Are we going to see a full ground or half ground press? Here we come with the Toinkos. Are we also maybe going to see a flood? So let's just have a look as Alex Harron comes in. Hands on hips. Positive body language there, Vince, by Alex Harron, the captain. And the umpire, look at this. The umpire's escorting. Is that Jesse O'Brien, I'd say? It is, number 8. They shake hands a little bit to the right. Umpires get prepared. Up it goes. And the winner is... St Peters are kicking to the left of screen. Jesse O'Brien, there's a little bit of breeze out there. I think we're expecting, Vince, around 28 degrees out there. So we look at keys to the game and we talk about things like the heat. And it's not the first 5 minutes. It's playing 100% of the game, playing 100 minutes, first of all. The second thing I'm going to look at is 2% of dehydration can cause lapses in concentration and also skill errors. And then the willingness to want to run. If you have to run 100 metres or 80 metres to get to a spot, are you going to run 60 and then drop with you? So let's look at body language as well, because that can become infectious.
And especially, I'd be interested to see how Glenunga cope. We expect it to be, it's a hard, fast track, and we expect a hard, fast game. So for every game they're playing at the moment, it would seem like the equivalent of a high stakes final that they would have had in Div 2 last year. So it's like playing final after final after final. And yes, it may only be round 2, and there's a break next week because of Easter, so you don't expect them to, or either side, to be leaving anything on the field today, knowing they've then got the week off, and then the main body of the season starts the week after.
So St Peters have broken from their huddle, very relaxed as they move out into position. I tell you what, this is going to be an absolute belter, Vince. Cannot wait for this big game, and have a look at them right in close there, and James doing a great job out there. Look at Alex Harron there speaking away there, and geez, if I could lip read, I could tell you what he's saying, but I tell you what, they're pumping him up. The face is going, the eyebrows are going. But it's when this siren sounds, Vince, and let's have a look in the middle there. You got Brad Cousins, number 4 for St Peters, lining up. A couple other big ones. I reckon that's Jordan Lockwood. There it is, the ruckman in the middle as well. Winger out this side of the ground. They're already in position. St Peters, they're set to go. Number 5 out here is James Hargraves. Wingers have got a bit of work to do up and down. I might have found me Colt player already. Bloke with orange boots out there. heading down into the forward line.
It is.
Lincoln
Bennett, that's right.
Seen him play a bit. And watch out for Abel. Sam Abel here, number 11 on the wing. He's a fantastic player as well. So let's have a look. Players are set in the middle. The big ruckman set there. And that is, of course, Samuel Parsons lining up. Players set in the middle. This is exciting. Division 1 football. Glenunga versus St. Peter. Umpire holds the ball aloft. We are away. Players pointing now for positioning. Jostling. Up it goes. Down it comes, and that was wonky in the ruck for them. St. Peter's go forward through Brad Colson, that was. And it's over on that scoreboard side for the people watching at home. You'll see a scoreboard pop up in the background. And a bit of congestion. Players are calling for it, and the umpire's called, holding the ball. So setting up off half-back. This will be Heron on the left foot and heads out to the wing, Vince.
Okay, so ball out on the wing. The drop mark there by Michael McMahon. And a free kick's been awarded, so it's coming straight back into the Spock's forward 50. High kick up to the pocket again. Punch from behind there by, I think it was Big Luke Mitchell, was it there? He's actually given away the free kick. So another opportunity for Glenunga to clear here.
Couldn't get the switch there either, Vince.
No, so actually it's a smart play on the mark there to stand inside. Good kick out to the far side. That mark's there be taken by Wonky. Handball, short kick inside to Harron. Harron onto the left, high kick, half forward. First opportunity for Glenunga to attack here. Pack flies, off hands. Plenty of Glenunga players around there. So now there's going to be a snap kick inside 50. First opportunity, but it's going to land straight into the arms of Charlie Gibson.
So Gibson, it is out wide. They're playing on that far side, opposite the broadcast side of the ground. So player on the mark, very anticky there, let's just say. Oh, poor kick too, but comes off. St. Peter's got the ball in the middle, holds it up. This is a switch of play. Comes out now. James Hargraves on this wing. Another diagonal kick and heads out here. Player comes inside. That was McGill. Handball across by the big fella. Oh, geez, that's a high kick into the forwards. Made it hard. The pack goes up. Two hands to it. Darcy Mitchell, well done there. That just that last kick in was a very high kick, so made it a little bit hard by Hargraves. He's doing a lot of work on the wing. A lot of players, not one player in the back half of the ground. We can tell the viewers already as the umpire brings it in right on the point post. Up it comes. Players jostling. Big pack forms. Tap backwards, but tapped straight to St. Peter's, and number 25, Josh Orkin, goes through for his first. If we can get a replay of, that is Michael Pope, I should say, for St. Peter's. And, geez, I'll tell you what, the Glenunga player tapped it back and Orkin roved it. So into the middle it'll come again, and that's a good start. It's taken, couple of minutes in, Vince. We'll bring up the time in a moment. But, nice goal there in the end, and that's got them on the scoreboard. St. Peter's for the first one.
Opening goal to Pope.
Yeah, 2 minutes 50
2 minutes, third minute. So just waiting for the umpire again. Up it goes. Bit of a scramble. Tackle applied there by St. Peter's. And unable to get the ball out there is Fletcher Wisman. And we're going to have a secondary ball up in the middle here. So lots of players around this ball now. And St. Peter's getting the ball out here. Kick's going to come inside 50. Good long kick on the lead. Fantastic. Oh, he's dropped the mark. Dropped the mark there in the forward line. They're going to recover here. Ball's going to come out wide. Here it is now with Colson. Now the kick goes there to Alan Edward, and it's just across the face. It's going to go through. It is, and that'll be a minor score. So Spock 117 and Glenunga have only had the one inside 50.
Yeah, so they're going out that far side. I often say this. A team will normally give you that first kick in like that if it's a short square one. So they're caught in this pocket. They haven't come out this side of the ground yet. They had Heron in square. And just that little bit of tempo football. 2 or 3 possessions down that far side, Vince. So this is setting up similar to before. They look inside. He's going to handball outside. The only trouble with this is you're squeezed up against the boundary line. So nice kick into half forward, though. Player in front there. Geez, he just loped towards that. But Nick Wonky, the big ruckman, he's got it. He's this way, that way. He's not real sure. Goes back now. Brings it right into the teeth of goal. Abel's come down from the wing to contest that. St Peter's now player on his left foot. Player went over in the back play there and applying. McGill, he'll pick up a pile of possessions today. Nice kick here. Very athletic. I reckon this might have been Deseri, is it? And I'll tell you what, Hargraves has got a bit of it as well. Quick interchange as well. And the interchange player gets it. Over it goes. That's Hamish Allen. Inside, outside. He's squeezed up on the boundary. Comes inside. Precise kick. McGill dives. Couldn't get it. McLeod on the ground. Around the corner again. It's the second one. They've got their second. And that is Jake Sutcliffe. I'll tell you what, that was a team goal. They set it up from the back line. Came down around the long way. Geez, they were tight to the boundary as well, Vince. And they've got their second.
Yeah, good start. That's exactly what they would have wanted to get off to a good start. You know, you don't want to give the side. There's a little snap there from Sutcliffe. You don't want to give probably a game they're expecting to win. You just want to make sure you don't keep the opposition in it early. So they've started that. We'll see how long that continues for them. So just waiting on the umpire again. So almost 6 minutes in here, 2-1-13. And the Rams got close to an opportunity, but not yet. So up it goes. Tap to Wunke. Excellent tap. It's kicked straight back down to Bennett. Bennett's kick into half forward again. Pack forms, off hands. Scramble around the ball. Lots of players around this one. They're trying to get the ball out. Is it going to come out? What's the umpire going to do? He will ball it up, Tony.
See, just off screen there where you can see number 11. Now, he's the winger. See all the congestion. The wings have come into the pack there, Vince. So up it goes. Lockwood couldn't quite bring it to ground. He just dropped it, but didn't control it, if that makes sense. So McGill on the ground. He's a fighter. Lockwood puts his body over. Can't quite get it. The Glenunga players are trying to umpire. And I'll tell you what, mirror image of down the other end, Vince, where the umpire's pretty much called it.
So his first opportunity here for a set shot. Nathan Grimer there on the bench. He's barking out some instructions, but this will be looks like it might be a bit of breeze in this kick against for Nick Wunke here. So it'll be interesting to see how this one, if it does hold up. Beautiful day here. Nick Wunke coming in, crosses over the 50. Kicks it high, umpire not moving, and that's their first goal in 50 years, Tony, in Division 1.
In Division 1, Vince, you just better...
Fantastic kick.
Oh, no.
Well played, Nick Wunke. That's their opening goal. That's their 1 goal 6, 2-1-13. Fantastic kick, held it up. Umpire did not move. Just watch this.
Long way off the mark, wasn't he?
Yep, comes in nice and easy. Beautiful leg. Umpire has not moved except to put 2 arms up, and that's a goal.
So Wunke's gone back into the ruck, but St Peter's now. Lockwood just coming across, put the sun up to get the sun out of his eyes. They both tapped the one way on the ground. Geez, there's a lot of players looking at the umpire and calling. Out of it is Thomas Bilby. Well done on the left foot. Gets inside 50 again. Oh, wheels around the player here. That's a nice kick. 2-on-1 and can't contest it. Dropped it. Out it comes. So Brad Colson it is. Geez, I'll tell you what, there's heat in the kitchen. It's a fast game. Puts that very close to the boundary. And Michael Pope, it is the first goal scorer, just taking it across. It's certainly a fast game, Vince, isn't it? To start with, 8 minutes in, a lot of play on going on. Umpire now just setting up. Throws it in. They contest. Lockwood more worried about the player there. The umpire from 30 metres away has called that. And they've played on and kicked the goal.
That's a goal.
So we'll have to have a look at where that came from because everyone was watching the players just remonstrating.
Have a look at the
Here we
replay
go.
here. And
Throw comes in. There's not much in that.
Wunke just picks it up, runs around.
Oh, hey.
And look out.
He's roving his own ball.
He's got a double.
Get a photo of the scoreboard. 2 goals, 1 to 2 goals. Good on him. And big number 20 now comes on. So Samuel Parsons it is. Just trotting into the middle. Good athletic looking type. A little bit of St Peter's, just watching back play here. Yeah, hand on body. Lincoln Bennett's got a few of these. The guy in the orange boots at the back of this pack, and they're really man out. Geez, Lockwood, when we say palms it, Nick Gill out he comes on the left boot. Just a little bit wide there. Players contest, doesn't hit the ground till the last moment. Oh, and to hack out of the air. just stays in. They're all calling deliberate. And the umpire says, throw it in, thank you.
Throw it in, thank you. And just waiting for him now to get in position and do exactly that. Just watching Wonky come off after kicking those opening 2 goals, replaced there by Josh Hawkins. So, and he's sitting up a kick behind the play. So it comes in. Good tap down.
Ooh.
Sharp there by O'Brien. Kick smothered. Good smother there by Duncan. Oh, held without it there. Charlie Gibson doesn't get the free kick. Now the pack forms. On top of that pack there is Nick McGill. Geez, he's been everywhere.
He goes, doesn't he? Yeah.
What a great start to the game he's had.
A spare out the back here for Glenunga. 2 spare.
Oh, third man up, but Shark there by Pope. Gets the handball out. Over to James Duncan. Kick goes across. And a good mark. Good mark there taken by Luke Holly in at halfback. Short pass out towards the flank. And now the kick goes down the wing. Looking there for Michael McMahon. Best for them last week. Ball's overrun, but they've continued to paddle it forward. They've got territory here. Tackle applied, not held. Opportunity here for Spock to clear. And clearing kick to the wing. Looks like it might have been intercepted there, Tony.
Yeah, Luke Holly, and again, he's had a couple of good grabs. So they're trying to get the switch on this. Abel's running absolutely square here. They can't get it to him, so this is Zach Smith just holding up. I don't mind their possession game at the moment. Out wide it is. This is Liam Bennett, or Jesse Temmie, sorry. In it comes, geez, that's a high kick into the forwards. Get hold of that. Geez, great body work there. That is a really good mark, and that is Harry Prosser up forward. So fantastic mark. Bit of a difficult angle. If he's a right footer, should be able to get it around. Alex Harron just coming off, done a mountain of work, and going on is Thomas Bilby, like for like.
Yep.
As he's going to be about 35-40 out. You'll see a lot of interchanges today. St Peter's just rolling too. Glenunga, another one coming off. So comes in. Oh, just lifts the toe. Geez, this will be close. I reckon that could be through. And through it is.
That's 3 in a row.
Nice goal to Glenunga there. And that was Prosser, wasn't it, we said? So, yeah, just lifted the toe. Got it through. Doesn't matter how you do it, but through it goes. So, St Peter's, who'd have thought this? They're behind on the scoreboard, 3-2, and Glenunga are taking it up to them. And I tell you what, they'll get a bit of feeling out of this, Glenunga. So they've had 14 marks, the Spock's 9. Edward Allen has had 7 disposals for St Peter's as it goes up in the middle. Out it comes again. There's 2 players there for Glenunga, so numbers, just inside out to centre half forward. Players playing in front, gliding by, 2 or 3. He hasn't got too much help near. It's come right back to the wing. Able it is, gets it across. Player on the left foot. Put it into that real hot spot, but not to any player in particular there. That was Hugh DeSira. Out the other side they go, and that's James Hargraves, who's had a mountain of it as well. Just the one hand there, and away he went there. That was interesting. Johnny Reid, and kicked it out of bounds. We'd like to thank the Banner Crew, our match day sponsor. Sip and Save for the scoreboard and around the grounds. 1 hour delivery, 7 days a week. The Wakefield Clinic for the interchange. And also Police Credit Union for our boundary rider that we haven't got today. That's us, Vince.
Indeed it is. So, big tap there by Sam Parsons. But it doesn't look like that's going. Might have popped out. In there again. Looks like it's McGill there battling around the pack. He's gone against second. Is he pushed in the back? I think he was, yes.
And, of course, Lockie doing a great job on the stats. Thanks to Dartfish and the Simon Black Academy for the replays.
So, ball into the forward line, but beautifully read off the off the pack, I should say. Comes out towards the broadcast side here with Glenunga now with the snap around. Chases on. St. Peter's in favoured here. But it's going to be a good effort there to get that ball out of bounds. So, well played there by Prosser. He's outnumbered there 1-3, but he's done well to allow the chance for a stoppage, and now we'll see this ball up at half forward. Geez, they looked a bit shaky early, but they've come back on fire here, the Rams at home, leading now by 5 points. That ball's going nowhere. We're going to have a ball up.
So you can see a couple of players now with hands on hips already. 14.5 minutes into the quarter, Vince, and this is where we're going to see a bit of fatigue come in.
Yep, so up it goes. Good tap there again by Orkin, but it's sharked by Spocks, and he's have to have given away the free kick there Jock McClay. He has sort of bit of ragdolling of his opponent there before the ball got there. Good kick out wide, handball. That's going to be picked up there by Olian. He's had a good first few minutes, and the ball is just not kept in, and it'll be a relieving kick here, it looks like, with Will Montgomery.
Okay, so Will Montgomery, he's gone to play on. He has to. Comes out, but it's going to come down the line right in front of us here. Big McLeod said himself, geez, nice fly over the back. But look at the Glenunga players. They're all around it. Nice kick forward there. Over the back it comes. That was Luke Hollian again, who's had a good quarter. Oh, geez. There's deliberate towards the boundary line there. And a little bit going on here. A little bit of byplay. The player's exhausted, as you can see already, coming off. And pretty handy to get Nick McGill come back on. He'll hunt the ball. Michael Pope it was coming off. Umpire throws in. I reckon we've had 3 or 4 from this spot. This is a dangerous spot because a goal was scored from here recently. Up it goes. Can they do it again? Just tapping to the front there. Held up there. Around it comes. Kept the hands free. Got a handball out. McGill comes through. Gives it the team advantage. Left foot out towards the wing. And that's just going to be not quite dribbling over the... Well taken there. The players are really having a go there. A little bit of push and shove in front of the commentary position. So that's Darcy Mitchell and Jake Sutcliffe. Of course, another ex-Samford player. So throwing in here. Bit of space behind the players here. Plenty of space. Comes to the front. St Peter's player. Well taken. That's a hard ball. You've got to put your head over the ball. Pumps it forward. Players are going to the boundary side of it. Glenunga win out. Pressure kick, and fortuitously, I'll tell you what, I've liked his game so far as well. Luke Holian. Don't mind him. Alex Harron, he's a real ball user here. He's an architect, I call him. Well, he handballs there, but left-handed handball. Round it comes. Zach Smith. Long kick into centre forward. It's worked for them, Vince, so why not? Numbers around the ball or taking the ground. Umpires let it go. Round the corner they come. That's a nice kick.
What a goal.
Hugh De Sira there has kicked that around the corner. Look at, he's pretty happy with himself as well. Weight of numbers. Big Josh Orkin coming off now, the ruckman. So watch this. He put in against the player a lot bigger. Ball dribbles out here. Umpire gets in the way. Around it comes. And that is a great goal, Vince. And that is a team lifter. They are up 4 goals straight on the scoreboard to 2 goals 1. And we're heading into the 17.5-minute mark of the quarter. McClay's brought himself into the middle. So this is interesting. He's actually going to be in the ruck as well, Vince.
4 goals in 8 minutes sees the Rams lead this game by 11 points. Out that comes from the ruck. Shark there by Parsons. Where's he going with it? Gives it to Sam Smith, one of the players we're watching today. He's tackled. That must be holding the ball. It is. So Spock with an opportunity here to attack. Coming up to nearly 18 minutes. Long kick into the forward line. Pack flies off hands. Dangerous position here. Who's going to end up with it? Good defence again so far from Glenunga. Kick goes out wide. Can't take the mark there. I reckon it would have been Toby Schultz potentially, but they've got the ball to the forward line.
Good jets on
Sorry, out to the wing. And tackle applied. That's going to be held up. Umpire's going to come in and he will ball it up true centre wing on the outer side of the ground.
I think you've called it there, Vince, too, the pressure. Pressure applied there. McMahon, geez, he tracked that ball too, didn't he?
He did. Goes up. Tap down. Reckon that was by McClay. Handball goes out wide. It might end up going over the line. It will. We're going to now have a boundary throw in. So I've really liked the way after the first few minutes, I really like the team defence from Glenunga. They've hunted in their back 50 and made sure they've got players around the packs when it comes off hands and been able to get the ball out. So
just going to say they're off that pack. St Peter's had a spare and the Glenunga player came up to him. He was about 20 metres off. So McClay appealing and getting the free kick here. Umpire's really pushing this rule today. So McClay wants the ball. He has to go and get it. He wants to be served on a platter, and there it is. He gets it now. Let's see the forward entry. There's not much movement there, Vince, I can tell you that. So he's just going to kick it high and long.
Look, there's about
and hope.
players around this ball.
Yeah, come out. Round it comes onto the pack. That was a nothing entry, really, but Bilby gets it out. Nice little kick, and they'll just hold it up here a little bit, Glenunga. Give players time to just set themselves in position. Haven't got too much on square. They've done this well around that far side there. They've done that again. Heron it is now, and Alex Heron with the ball, left footer, left-hander, left everything. So as long as he's not left out, trying to square it up a little bit. He's got a player inside. They're just trying to pinpoint their way around, aren't they? Through the players here, very close to the boundary. Great to see the spectators, dogs, everything out there, and over it goes. And we mentioned earlier, I hope David Pittman's enjoying this. I don't know what the weather is where he is over there overseas, but welcome to the broadcast. Hello to Phil Hurden at home. I don't know whether we've got the A-team in today or the wrecking crew, Vince. I'm not sure what you'd call us, but in it comes, running St Peter's way now. There was space out there. Kicks to a one-on-one, beats both. But look at the backup there they've got 3 or 4 here. Glenunga can't get it out. St Peter's can't get it across either. They set up very well here. They have the runners that run wide for them. Race on here. Geez, outdone for size. Poor little number 2 here. Desira puts his body in, though. Back it comes now. Can they be precise with the kick? Oh, just another bomb, Vince. And player in front. Oh, comes off his head.
Good mark.
That's a Mark Falcon mark. Get 2 stats for that. So player with the ball now. Just going to turn around for us. Taking a long time, but that, of course, is Luke Mitchell. He's a fair way out. He's going to kick this just on the 50, if not outside the 50 a touch. Let's just see. We've got a great view. If he runs in straight, he'll kick it straight.
We got the same view as you have at home, folks.
Yep. So here he comes. He's run towards the right-hand post a little bit. And is it coming back? It has.
What a kick.
It has. We've seen a bit of that recently in Adelaide, Vince. We won't say what games, but there's another one there. And that was a good goal there to Luke Mitchell. So they've got 3 on the board now. And Glenunga have got the 4. So 4 goals straight, 24. That just did a little bit of left to right at the end there. And just a little bit of that's going to help them just hold things up. Yeah, so a hello to Phil at home, and we hope the family's doing well. We all know what scourge is going around at the moment, and close contact. So hope you're enjoying the game as we speak, as are all the rest of the viewers.
Rightio, so ball in the middle again. 15 minutes between scores there for Spock. So let's see how they go out. Ball scrambling forward. It's heading towards their forward 50. First one there, McGill. I reckon he's had 100 touches in this first quarter. He's been everywhere. Handball comes out, but again, kicked there by Harron. He's probably not far behind in terms of stats. He's been getting quite a bit of it across half-back there. Pack forms on half-back. Umpire circling. It's going to be paid holding the ball. And it looks like that's a Glenunga free kick. One at the bottom of the pack there. Is that Thomas Bilby? I think it might be. Number 8. No, 18, sorry. That's Fletcher Wasman. So we're going to see Glenunga again with a chance to clear and head towards centre wing. So kick goes high over centre wing. Up towards half forward. Pack flies. A lot of players around the ball. Tackle's been applied there by Harry Prosser, and umpire will come in this time and ball it up. So around about 60 metres out, far side of the ground. Glenunga looking for a late score here. What can they do? Well, someone's been thrown off the ball there without it.
Ooh, bang.
So, and a little pack there, a little scrambly kick forward. Players converge on it. Handball comes out. Handball over the back. Here he is again, McGill. His ball's come out. Just not quite there, Coulson. And again, Glenunga with the chance to clear. Comes out towards the broadcast side. The opportunity here for them. They're going to continue to go here. Takes a bounce. Good play there by Luke Holly. And what a first quarter he's had too. Oh, good smother applied there as well. Excellent work there by Ed Allen. Now he's going to come back and receive the handball. Gets a kick forward. No one there.
Abel.
And again, their halfback has been rock solid in this first quarter.
They like that diagonal kick too.
Harron again.
Come into Harron. He's had a great game as well. This is the kick that both teams are trying. Oh, geez, big player there back there got his hand to it. That was Toby Schultz, of course, in the back line. Geez, beats his hands there. It's dangerous position here. Round it comes. They're going inside Glenunga, right to that centre forward. Schultz off the ground. Out it comes. First the ball, Glenunga, 2-on-1. Just paddled it, and that was very smart. Sam Smith on the left. Couldn't get to his teammate. Just hooks around the corner, and not a bad try there, but just a little bit off. with the shot. A lot of hands on hips, hands on heads.
Yeah.
Look at him, body language now. The heat is taking its toll. Of course, in the Adelaide Football League, we're not allowed to run water out during the game. You can have a drink at quarter time, half time. You can have bottles behind the goals, and you can come off and have a drink, but you don't get
Runners
some of the
running
other,
out,
running
with,
the water out.
Water.
So let's have a look at St. Peter's over the line there, Schultz. So nice
That's a
long
nice
kick
kick.
right into the centre of the ground. Big pack forms. Oh, right between the legs, a gift. And umpire's giving a free kick here. And that is to Hargraves, who he's sort of started the quarter. Oh, he's run himself into trouble and dropped the ball. He ran into the Glenunga player there, and Bo Schwartz was very alert, just directing a bit of traffic. Oh, centre forward, look at that. Big wonky again. Probably about 3 metres further out from his other shot, and going on his last kick, Vince, he's probably likely to kick this.
Well, I reckon if he kicks exactly the same kick he did to open the scoring for him, they'll move to 12 points ahead here.
So just having a look at the goals now. Very deliberate. Geez, he's got a big kick. He doesn't take a lot of steps, but when he gets it going, he hits that perfectly. He's kicked 3 in the first quarter. We'd have to put him up there as well.
Wow.
Along with Harron and Hollian. And I said at the start of the game, this will be a danger game. If you come out and you don't know a lot about the opposition and you've had a big win last week, it doesn't just happen. You still have to do it. And, geez, I tell you what a way to start for Glenunga here. Can they keep it going as we're 26 minutes in and, he's fired up there.
All I want to say is he actually never... Well, I asked the question, what's the message going to be to the players before they run out? And he fed me Sutton, but obviously what he fed me isn't what he actually told them, because their horns are flaring, the Rams.
Yeah.
On the back of Nick Wunke's 3 goals. They're 5-1, leading St. Peter's Old Collegians 3-1. Ball into the forward line again. Almost the mark there to Sam Parsons, and that's gone through for a behind. But they, after the pitch shaky first five or so minutes since then, they have absolutely dominated this game. Now Sam Abell's got it from the kick out.
Long way out. He's a good kick though. Oh,
Goes short out wide. Yeah, okay.
Bit of that AFL, outside to go inside.
So
Lincoln
let's
Bennett.
see here what Bennett's going to do with this kick. Here he goes to the hot spot. Pack flies. No one can take the mark. Prosser couldn't get his hands on it. Clearing kick out here now by St. Peter's. A little bit of a rush kick. It's a 2-on-1. Man in front there. Bell couldn't take it. Snapped up there by Zach Smith. Another short kick comes in, and the mark's been taken there by Wisman. Fletcher Wisman, maybe is he a little bit too far out? He likes his chances. Wunke's made the lead, but he's decided to go out wider, out towards the flank, and pushed under it there. It might have been Michael McMahon, but the mark well taken, and the clearing kick goes out towards the wing. First one there is, it's actually well done by St. Peter's there. He was running way behind. Is that, can't quite pick up who that was, but he copped one in the back of the head.
Yeah, Tom Butterworth. He was the Glenunga player, that was running there. Both those players have gone back into the back line. So umpire on that far side. Beautiful day over there. The trees, the crowd building, and Lockwood it is. Taps it forward. Around they come. They're just going to come square into the middle of the ground. That's great vision.
Yeah.
And Brad Coulson, one of the better players from last week, off they go. Geez, that's a nice kick forward. Oh, everyone collapses. And umpire says, well, just give it back here. So we go to quarter time. 5 goals, 1, 31 to Glenunga. 3 goals, 1, 19 to St. Peter's. We're back.
32. Was it 32 to 19?
Well, we'll be back after a short break, Vince.
And we will actually let you know.
The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
And welcome back to our quarter time break. And look, just a little quick one. Our umpires today out there, the gentleman in the hat, Dennis Sester and Paul Smith, but they're wearing black armbands, we've just found out. So our sympathies go out to the 2 families of 2 umpires that passed away this week. And Trevor Wiegand, who'd umpired 600 games, and Michael Houston, who was only 49 years of age. So our thoughts are with the umpiring fraternity. Colin Rouston's doing a great job with all of them, so our thoughts with them today. Back to the game. Just looking at Glenunga, Vince, who have you seen as the better players and goal scorers, please?
Okay, so obviously Wonky, 3 fantastic goals in the first quarter. Prosser 1, Desira 1. A million possessions to Alex Harron there across half-back. Olian as well, number 10. Also getting quite a bit of it across half-back in the wing. And then their two forwards are Wonky, Ruckman forward, and Prosser have competed really, really well. And their backline as a whole has played really well as well. Some of the quick stats before we go to see what you've thought of St. Peter's. Inside 50s even. Marks in favour of Glenunga, 25-16. Any other notable ones? Tackles in favour of Glenunga, 17-10. They're working harder. Clearances in favour of Spot, 12-6. Hit-outs, 15-7 in favour of Glenunga, and free kicks pretty even.
Yeah, the hit-out's giving them first use of the ball, isn't it? And they're hunting in packs. I'll tell you what I did like about Glenunga was they were very precise with their ball movement. They hit targets so well, and their pressure, Vince, was sensational. So we'll have a look at St. Peter's now, and they're in tight. Jeff Riddle's given them a little bit of a stir up there. And this will be interesting. We said at the start of the game, relaxed after last week. How do you reckon he's going now? The heart rate will be up. So James Hargraves, number 5, one of their better players. Nick McGill, he really gets in and under. Really like the way he goes about it. And he's had a pile of touches. And the other one, I think Ed Allen has had about 10 possessions, I believe, already in the first quarter. So he's having a good one as well. A little bit of a spread through the rest of them, as you'd expect. So, they need to lift, of course. They're only 2 goals down. So that scoreboard has been corrected. It is 5-2. So the commentary team's on top of things here, Vince. 5-32 to 3-1, 19. I'm just trying to get a bit of a visual on Mason Neagle because he was one of their better players last week as well. They've got a large contingency out of the SANFL we do talk about, and Lockwood's having a go in the middle, but I'll tell you what, they're going very well, aren't they, Glenunga?
Yeah, absolutely, and you just see Nathan Grimer very animated in what the way he's talking to them. But they're up and about today, and we're expecting. We were hoping and expecting a strong performance from them at home. for this historic game for them, and they've certainly delivered early.
I think he knows his way around coaching. There's no worries about that. We've spoken about his history. There's a big difference between coaching and barrack and Division 1. We've got some very astute coaches out here, to be honest. So the big one that I would look at here, Vince, now, they may have in-house believe that they can do it, but for the rest of the people watching thinking, oh, a team just up from Division 2, I keep saying it, it's in their charter to get here, but isn't self-belief. What goes on between years, self-belief is a huge part of it,
Yeah,
Vince.
so much of it is that you're right, is actually believing that you can get the job done and not being intimidated by it. So let's see if they can keep it going. They've started brilliantly, have a 13-point lead. Up it goes. Tap there has been won there by Lockwood. Ball comes
Pressure.
out. Beautiful tackle
Oh.
applied, and that is holding the ball there on Lockie de Cesare. Kick comes in, lovely left foot from Sam Smith, and good
Great
mark
grab.
by Charlie Gibson. So Gibson in the back pocket, looking across goal. He's got a couple of options, but no, he's looks like he's going to come down the line. Yes, now he moves out to do the safe kick down the line. Brings it nice and wide, good kick. Up they go, off hands, couldn't quite take it. There, Lockwood, out the back. De Cesare's got it again, gets good handball across there to Ed Allen. Here's, get it forward there to Jake Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe's big, long, high kick, and that mark or free kick, surely.
Might have been a bit of sun in
That's
that,
a
Vince.
bit of nothing. What's happened there? Anyway, it's a behind, and the kick's come out now. Hargraves has got it.
So Hargraves now right on that, squeezed up tight against the boundary, right in front of us. Saw a player going over
That's a
backwards.
mark.
That's a grab. It's gone forward about 3 metres here in front of us, and Liam Bennett, he's also had a really good start to the game. So he's pointing. He wants them to come across. Kicks exactly to where he points. Big pack forms. Good luck in that. Oh, player pushed out of that. Look out. That's going to hit the van just about. Up it comes again to these two number 23s. Down it comes. It's come inside, so it'll be game on here. Fight for the ball. Quick movement. Cesare, I liked him. He got tackled before, but he got up and he's got 2 possessions since, and he's done very well, and that was Nick McGill kicking it into the fat side for Macleay, but couldn't quite get to it. So ball just dribbles out of bounds. But it's a good spot to set up. They're on probably about the 30-metre line there, Vince, as the umpire comes in to throw it in.
So fantastic spoil there from Sam Venning to put that one over the boundary line. He was out-pointed and got the arm across. Ball comes in. Oh, a bit of a shove. Not paid. Ball spills out. Oh, McGill goes in. Bowled over. Now Bilby. Ball comes out here to... Sorry to Cesare, was it?
Cesare, yep.
Yep. But his kick has gone out, and there'll be a clearing kick on the mark. On the mark there, Ed Allen. So, short kick taken there by Sam Smith. His kick comes out wide. Got a couple of options. One of them's Bilby. Bilby, he's got it half back. It's not.
Alex Heron.
Oh, it's
captain.
Alex Heron, is it? Sorry. 6, not 8. Kick comes out. Just chipping the ball around here.
Yeah,
Michael
seen a bit of that,
McMahon,
Vince.
they're confident in their skills. So McMahon's got it. Another short kick. Well done.
Wow.
Lee Collian. What's he doing? Is he going to go for the handball? Oh, now he slipped over. Now he has to handball. So Zach Smith, now the high kick. High kick to half forward. Might have worked out all right, but stayed in. Stayed in, got another 20, 30 metres. Now it's over the boundary line in front of DeSierra, and they've managed to get that ball through to half forward, Tony.
Yeah, so you see them work that ball along the boundary, just possession football. They get a throw in here, as we saw across the other side. In it comes again. Oh, Wonky just throwing the player out the way. Lockwood will get a free kick there. And this is just going to relieve a bit. Just he's come outside. I'm not a big fan of this come towards the boundary. That player's over the boundary, and that's why. The ball's come 30 metres, and it's out of bounds already. Like, this is one of your top teams in Division 1. Get the ball inside if you can. So no one behind the 2 ruckman. One of my little pet hates here, Vince, but let's see what happens. There's a player free to the right of this tap up. Oh, third man up, goes up high. There's what happens. It comes out the back. Players are falling over, off the ball, on the ball, this way, that way. Oh, he's caught up. And that's the pressure we're talking about. He's taken high, though. And this will be a free kick to Ben Belperio, who's playing on the wing on this side. He now goes diagonally into the centre circle. Player had to wait, punched away. It's come back to where it started. Oh, Lockwood just taking the ground, drops everything. They are under
Bo
pressure.
Schwartz was it there with two fantastic
And we apologise for the language you might be hearing from the coaches' boxes. Around it comes, says there's open space. Wonky not coming in for number 4. Yes, he is. He's like a rover. And doesn't he wind up in front of the corporate box down there as well. So the 1972 Premiership team, if there's any of them down there, they'd be celebrating big there. That was a team goal. Look at it here. Bobbled around. 1 handball, 2 handball. There's the space. Get it over to Wonky. Look, roving. Found space, came in. Oh, look at the celebration, Vince. Didn't he love that?
A fantastic effort by Bo Schwartz in the middle with 2 magnificent tackles applied. First one on Big Lockwood and then followed up and that set up. And now they're swarming. 38-19. So 5 tackles to Glenunga spot 1. 22-11 so far in the match. We will find out some information on what's happened with Tom Bilby, though, but he has gone off and he was clutching his quad. But anyway, meantime, ball's inside their forward 50 again. They've doubled their score after it was 13-0. So Rams are on. Kick now towards the centre. Off hands. Good take there by Ed Allen. Not his fault that Spock is struggling just to this point. Sam Abell goes out wide. Now the kick's going to come in. Handball it will be. Taken there by Desira. Another handball. Tackle's been applied by McGill Cup. Him has played a very good game too. High kick inside forward 50. Umpire's going to call some sort of free kick. It'll be a relieving free kick. Paid against Wonky and they'll have a chance to take it out and off they go again.
So on the far side now, and this is Hamish Allen around the corner. Nice jukes there. Big McClay goes into centre forward, low spinning kick. That one's very slow. Oh, around the outside check side, I'll tell you what. And that was Luke Mitchell. And now they're going to come around. It's like circle work. They're going to come out the other side now. And it's almost playing into the hands of Glenunga. They've come inside, so you see this little chip. Zach Smith, longer kick now down the wing. Abel, he knows this ground back to front. He's a very good player. Look at that penetrating kick. Wonky again. Why wouldn't you?
Kick.
Why wouldn't you? When you've got a target like that up forward, Vince, he's playing ruck. He's up forward. And they're playing a mighty game. This could be the coast to coast. From a point, bang, 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 3 or 4 possessions. Now a shot at goal. Wonky is lining up for his 5th. Probably 45 out. 6 goals, 238 to 3-1-19. It's been a while since St Peters have scored too, Vince. And
they've only kicked 1 goal since the 8-minute mark of the first quarter.
So Wonky comes in. There he is, 2 steps. Jeez, he's put that up high. The wind's just holding that up a bit. 2 players spoil each other. You wouldn't believe it. Glenunga end up with it. 2 players went up against each other there for St Peters. They've just lost the moral compass a little bit here, Vince, with regards to who does what. Need a little bit of leadership out there. Players are covered all over the ground. They've got a spare back here, Glenunga. They've got 2 back here. So if this kick comes out, watch out for this. Geez, he's tall too, Josh Orkin. Look at that big pack. You'd expect McGill to be in there somewhere. Comes out to a Glenunga player, and umpire says, "Give it to me." Umpire Dennis Sester says, "Pass it to me," and he will ball up.
So, young Sester, up it goes. Orkin gets the tap. Free kick. Kick comes out there by, what probably would have been Lockwood there and out of the ruck. But it's coming straight back again. Short handball there by McMahon. Kick in there by Sam Smith. Is going to dribble over the boundary line, just near the 50-metre line, I reckon. And
they've got spares back here, Vince. You've got Darcy Mitchell back here on his own. And if he's not free, then Sam Smith is. And over there, number 10 in the middle there, Luke Hollian, who's racked up a pile.
So in it comes. Orkin again with the tap. Shark by Wonky. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Handball comes out. High tackle on the Bo Schwartz, was it?
It's a bit slow getting up there too.
And he might, he's taking a little bit of time to get up too. He's going to take his kick. Trainer's come out. Good to see. Oh, yeah, strapped up with the quad there. Bilby just coming back on.
Yep, just been told to play deep.
Yep. And Heron coming back on. Geez, there's a couple of good guys to come off the bench. But the ball's with Bo Schwartz. So Bo Schwartz, in he comes. There's the kick. Is that going to come around again? It is. Wow, that is 7 out of the last 8 goals.
And I'll tell you what, Vince, there might be a little bit of pressure to the right of our screen as we speak. Nice kick too, wasn't it? Just a little bit left to right again.
I know. It looks like they know exactly, home ground, they know exactly what to do when they're kicking the goal. That's just come around beautifully. And well played by Schwartz. That's another goal to the Rams. They, after 13-0, let's not forget, folks, 13-0. Since then, it's been 44-7.
So, ball back in the middle, and I'll tell you what, I know ruckman at all, but Josh Orkin is about 7'20". I walked past him before, just about craned my neck to look up at him. He's a tall unit when you see him against the other ruckman there. Have a look how tall he is, head and shoulders above the rest. He didn't really get up. A little bit brutal in the middle. This is where we need players to get over the ball. They've got it out. Just that handball to grass isn't going to help anyone. Geez, I'll tell you what. Smooth Glenunga mop up. Just a bomb forward, but it puts it to a pack. Oh, high leap. Geez, I'll tell you what. That was an injured player. Got the highest up in the ground. Yep. No one inside 50. So let's see what happens here, whether they go back. There's a free kick. But there's 3 or 4 players to the right here. Square, but there's no one really forward. Now the player jogs forward a little bit. Geez, it hung in the air a long time for James Hargraves.
Still a good kick by Schultz.
Yeah, and inside having a look. So players now, they're forced to come down the boundary line. You can hear the coach yelling out, great work. That is a nice kick and a great pair of jukes by Lucky de Serre. Oh, around this way, that way, O'Brien. But just a bomb in. Look at the spares down there for Glenunga. Fist goes up. It's come out towards us again. Anyone's ball. Geez, courage there. Big pack formed. Come through like a freight train. On the ground, another stoppage again. And I tell you what, they're chewing everything here to our left, Vince. Glenunga. Stoppages, ball ups, everything.
Well, we heard Nathan Grimer. I'll tell you what, if they keep Spock to 75 or less, there's a fair chance they're going to win this game. That was what he talked about. Anyway, ball's coming out towards the forward line. A kick comes in there, and that's by Michael Pope. Bouncing right up near the intersection of the 50 and the forward line, and it's out of bounds.
And Vince, we're 12 minutes into the second quarter, and Glenunga has more than doubled their score they kicked for the whole game last week.
Indeed, in a quarter and a half. So umpire brings it in. Up they go. Oof. Clear tap there to Jordan Lockwood, but they didn't take advantage of it, and umpire now will come in. Lots of players around this ball again. Hope you're enjoying this game, folks. It's brought to us by the bannercrew.com.au, the Police Credit Union, and Dartfish, the Simon Black Academy. Hope they're enjoying it. In goes McGill again. Overspills it. Schwartz, the last goal kicker. Ball on the ground. Handball up there by a Jesse team. It's got it out towards the wing, but there's a couple of players, and one of them right in front of us here is number 26, Will Montgomery. Doesn't know where to go. Now he's just going to go straight down the line. And good kick, Will Montgomery.
Ooh.
Excellent kick.
Oh, he give a little one there.
O'Brien has got the ball and a bit of how's it going there as well. Ball out is going to come out. It's not going out. It's going to come in. Oh, he's got to get the kick away here. He does. But under pressure. Good work. Zach Smith's got it. Going to kick from... Well, now we've seen Michael Wunke. Oh, sorry. Bradley Coulson's got it. Zach Smith. Bradley Coulson's got it. We've seen Michael Wunke kick 2 goals from this distance in the very, very similar position. So
he's not too good there, little Hugh DeSera.
So
just a little bit of a breather.
Bradley Coulson, they need this one. That's a good kick off the boot. And umpire hasn't moved all game down there when they've been kicking from 50. Much needed goal there to St. Peter's. And they go to, I think, 4-2-26.
And just a quick one, thanks to Phil, he's done a mountain of work for us this week. And quarter time at Tea Tree Gully 3-1-19, Port District 1-3. So 4 shots each, 1-3-9, so 10 points up. And at Park 9, Prince Alfred, Old Collegians 1-3, Old Ignatians 1-3. So could these two new teams up into Division 1 really give these other teams a push? So up it goes in the middle, the big fella. Oh, goes St. Peter's way here. If they can get another one here, they might get going. A handball once again to Fresh Air. Round it comes McGill. High kick in to the forward line. Pack forms. And it's not quite through for a point, so it's still in play. Players going in. Glenunga. Oh, player taken high there. Luke Hollyman. No, not allowed. The big Ruttman's got his arms up there saying hold the ball, but to which team? Umpire has given it to St. Peter's. A little bit of remonstrating, which would be 50 in the AFL these days. So player getting up with it is number 23, Jake Sutcliffe. Oh, a little bit of lip going on there. So could this be the 2 in a row they were looking for, Vince? So Sutcliffe it is. Coming in, another player coming back from Samford, I believe. So he came from Sturt, did Jake Sutcliffe. So lining up. Looks like a left footer, so it could be an interesting kick for him here. 35 out. Oh, Skippy. Crowd's happy though, so Sutcliffe has his second, Vince, and just that little mini comeback that they actually needed on the scoreboard. But, well, 2 goals each as we speak. Or is that their third? No, 2 goals each for the quarter. So they haven't really made any headway into this lead as we speak. So Glenunga, let's see what happens in the middle here. As I said, Josh Orkin up in the ruck. St. Peter seem to be working it out of the middle of the last couple of clearances as well, Vince.
Yeah, they've had the last 5 inside 50s. And as you said, Tony, 2 goals each this quarter. So important little comeback.
Player free on the left of this.
So up it goes. Harron is Orkin in there. Had a second go at it, but it's going nowhere. And in comes the umpire. A few more players around it now. Umpire Chester.
Chester, I'm not sure.
He's picked out a free kick. Free kick goes to Spock and handing the ball back there, Josh Orkin. Let's see what they do. Coming out towards the broadcast side. Sam Smith's got it. Waiting. Goes inside. Spots up a lead, but he's kicked it straight to a Glenunga player there, and I'm not sure who he'd spotted up, but good kick out there, and the mark's been taken by Michael McMahon, best player for them last week. Oh, he's overcooked his kick. Here's the turnover. Busting through the tackles there. Jesse O'Brien, bit of a scrubber inside. Inside 50 it is. It looks like it's going to come straight back out again. McMahon's got it again. Let's see if he can do a little bit better. Very short this time, and goes to Wonky. Wonky right up the ground. Half back. Spearing kick. Wow, what good vision that was. Spots up there. Harry Prosser going out wide. Free player out here. Now the kick's going to go outside, inside 50, and that was fantastic play by the Rams.
And you want it in the hands of Abel and Prosser. You know, these are premiership players, but Abel, just a beautiful kick. He plays that far side very well. He doesn't get sucked across the ground. And, geez, he just stayed out there in space. And then the next kick, Vince, how important was that into the hands of a player having a shot at goal now?
So...
No, that was Abel that kicked it in.
Oh, it's Abel that kicked it in. So in it comes. 40 out. Umpire doing a bit of galloping, and that one has missed to the right-hand side. So first blemish for the Rams in this quarter. And Spock have got the ball already out to the wing. Good marks there's been taken. That's by Charlie Gibson. Is that a bit of it, Charlie Gibson? So what's he going to do? Oh, good.
Jeez,
fantastic smother. Gee whiz. Well done, Sam Smith. One of the players that we were told to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Solid lad playing it in the back line. So good smother. Ball right in front of us here.
So Wonky now in the ruck once again. No one behind. Let's see what happens. Up it goes. Haren's on his own in front here. Goes for the tackle. Handballs to no one. They've done a bit of this just going nowhere with it. O'Brien, when we talk about leadership, he has stood up. Look at him. He's quite bullocky in there. And I've liked that little bit of leadership there because they need to have a bit of a comeback and you've got to stand up, put your hand up. So Lockwood now comes down the ground to take the ruck up against Wonky. No one behind. There's a player for St Peter's floating behind. So it goes up, third man up. They've done a little bit of that today as well. And free kick. Oh, ragdolled there as well. No good doing it after the whistle's gone. So player got the ball. He's looking over towards us and gives it here. Luke Holly making sure that we know he's around, and he's played a sensational game now. Nothing on square down the ground. He could go backwards. So just going to have to kick to a pack. They've done a bit of this. They might get it out of bounds. I don't mind that. Jeez, it's over the back. Right up close to the line. It's another kick in forward. Jeez, get hold of that. Or player had to put his body in. It's on the ground. I tell you what I'm not liking. St Peter's just hitting the ground with a few of their skills here. Oh, player kept it in there. Not quite. And a little bit on there with number 29, who we haven't got on our sheet, have we? So player just limping back in. And up it comes. Throw in now. Oh, Wonky puts the body in. Almost roved his own ball again. Out it comes. Now McGill. This is what he's good at. Specialist at just helping that ball forward. Probably be. I was just going to say be up at the next one, and he was. A big hit. And the umpire has said ball it up. That was a hip and shoulder. Oh, there's a little bit going on in the background here. She's a brave man to take on Jock McClay. Anyway, up it goes. That's what McGill's known for. He goes in, gets a hard ball. Let's just keep an eye on this. So, oh, geez, in over the ball there, Glenunga. Wow. Sam Parsons, wasn't he hard at the ball? And it's on now. Little bit going on. Player's still not well there. Yeah, a little bit just going on. Alex Haren there getting up. Let's just keep an eye on this. Look at Jesse O'Brien out here on his own. He'd be loving this. Up it goes. Player went down in back play. And we'll get the free kick. What's the ruckman that's going to get it?
So Parsons with the ball. Looks short. Ollie and again. I like how he's done these little dinky leads 10, 15 metres in front of the ball.
Find space.
Hasn't been picked up and ends up with it. Now he goes deep into the pocket. Pack flies off the back. This one looks like it could be heading out of bounds. No, it stayed in. Now it's out and deep in Glenunga's forward line. So deep into this second quarter as well. 22 minutes.
Lincoln Bennett just off having a well-deserved rest, Vince. He's playing good game there.
Watch the ruckman go at it again. Wonky versus Lockwood. Intercept there, handball over the top. Are they going to get a shot on goal here? They are. Shot on goal there by Desira, and he's gone to the right-hand side again. So second behind in a row. And the lead at the moment, I think, takes it out to 14 points, 46 to 32. So long kick from the kick out up here. Big pack flies punched. St. Peter's will have the ball. Kick comes quickly out to the forward line. Another good spoil. That time by Sam Smith. Liked his second quarter and copped a heavy one a bit earlier. So we'll just wait for the umpire now to bring the ball in. Between wing and half forward. Over the back. No one over the back, but McGill's the first one on it. Handball comes across. Oh, it's a bit fumbly there by Ben Bilperio, and as a result, the ball's headed towards the Glenunga half-forward line, but intercepted, and now looks like Spock. They've settled the last 10 minutes and kicked the last 2 goals of the game to get themselves back within a couple of goals. Long kick now towards half-forward. Big pack flies. Couldn't take the mark at the back there was Sutcliffe, and ball's gone out of bounds and over the boundary line. Around about 70 metres around from the spot goal. 24 minutes here. We've got the ball about 70 metres out. In it comes. Completely missed there by Parsons with the thump out of the ruck context. Tackle applied. Excellent tackle, was it, by James Hargraves? No, ruled that one arm went a little bit high, and the relieving free kick here will be taken by Tom Butterworth. So Butterworth at centre half back. Decides to come out to broadcast side, sees something he likes there. Kick's finished just in front of Harry Prosser and has actually gone out on the full.
So this is Charlie Gibson with the ball, puts it in high. Yep. And geez, big pack forms. It comes out. Can they? Oh, player ridden into the ground. Has the umpire seen it? He has. Michael Pope it will be. Getting a shot right in front of goal. It's a mini comeback. That's what they need. 7 goals, 345. 5 goals, 131 on their sip and save scoreboard. And around the grounds, 1 hour delivery, 7 days a week. And this is Michael Pope lining up for his second. Very deliberate. The lead comes. Don't bother, I would say, son. He's going to line this up from about 35 to 40 out. Crosses the 50, so he's 45 out. Nice kick, just drifting away a bit. Yeah, straight through the high diddle. And that is his second. And just fought back in the second half of this quarter they have. Glenunga still hold a nice little lead there, but yeah, very deliberate with the kick here. That was the actual 50-metre line, so he's about 45 out when he kicked it. But body over the ball, got flattened, and up it went straight through the high diddle. So, geez, if they can get another late one here, it'll close that gap even more. 8 points in it. Umpire Paul Smith now in the middle of the ground. Up it goes. Players in the middle, or taken high. Umpire blindsided by that. So he's on the wrong side of it. Couldn't actually see that. And comes in again and says, give me a little bit of TV time. And why shouldn't he? Because it's a fantastic presentation we're doing for filming footy and dartfish, Vince, as it goes forward now. Glenunga player taking the ground at centre half forward. And thanks to our banner crew matchday sponsor, of course, Wakefield Clinic for the interchange, as up it comes. Oh, charging through and took out his own player. Lockwood's hurt.
Down.
That's his own player, took him out.
That is half time.
And he's not too good with that left shoulder. We'll keep an eye on that. That's might be what we call a stinger, Vince, with a bit of luck. But, geez, that third man up really came through. So we go to the scoreboard now, and 7 goals, 345 we have on the game scoreboard. We've got 46 on ours, and 6 goals, 137. So 8 points in front to Glenunga, and we'll be right back after this break.
The Simon Black Academy is a 3-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football, They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
So here we are at half-time at the magnificent Webb Oval, and mind you, I think we're up for an absolute ball terror coming up in this second half, because it looked like St. Peter's had started this game with 13-0, and then suddenly it just went 44-7 the other way, and there was 7 of the next 8 goals kicked by Glenunga, and then another change in the momentum of this game with Spot kicking the last 3 to drag themselves back to within 7 points. So intriguing, Tony.
Vince, I am super impressed with Glenunga. As I said, danger game. Turn up today. What are we in for? Beautiful day, home game. 50-year reunion. There's a lot going on off the field, and then on the field, do they have a standard that says, okay, last week that's how we play. We're in Division 1. Blah blah blah, or do they say no? We're better than this. We don't accept this. We can do a lot better than what we showed last week. And they have come out. I tell you what, I've been super impressed with the physicality. Then the runners. You got blokes like Abel getting the ball. Wonky's giving them huge presence up forward in the ruck. You've got Josh Orkin who can take the second ruck.
Yep.
They've got winners all around. Alex Haran in the middle. You called Zach Smith there a few times that quarter. Hugh DeSera's only diminutive, but geez, doesn't he push in?
Yep.
Gets in well. Wisman that quarter. Harry Prosser teams up well.
Forward. Yep.
What a lot of people, and also Liam Bennett. Vince, what people have got to remember, a lot of these players are built around success. Yep. They're hungry for success. Yep. They want success. And they know
they've had success. That's
they've
right.
had success.
That's right.
And they know what success looks like. So, like you said, intriguing. Let's see what happens in the second half, and the fitness levels. Well, of course, Jeff Riddle spoke about St. Peter's been doing a lot of fitness work and so on. Let's see how that augurs in the second half. Vince, Glenunga, let's have a look at their better players and goal scorers.
Yep, so absolutely Wonky with four goals and then one very close one again from, could have had 5 in the first half. And I think this is their 50-year reunion of the reserves as well on screen there. Having a look at there's a few green bottles sitting on the wall there. There's a bit of everything in there. No, good on them, and they're enjoying their day, and what a great day it is here at Webb Oval. But better players for mine for them in the first half. Harron's just had 1 million possessions, as is Holly, and they're numbers 6 and 10. They're like they've just been absolutely everywhere across half back and half forward. I was impressed with Parsons in that second quarter. Thought he gave him a little bit of a lift. And McMahon and Smith out of the half-back line again. These are all wingman half-back players. They have totally dominated in those portions of the ground. That Luke Hollian, we saw him 3 or 4 times in front of us here and did it on the other side. The thing is, they're allowed to do it. Yep. So is there someone on St. Peter's bench that says maybe just go and run with him? And it doesn't have to be your best player. Just get someone to run with him and see if you can stifle him so that the player with the ball looks up in his vision, oh, hang on, there's a one-on-one, I can't get it to him. If he looks up and there's a free and the other two have got a one-on-one,
then he'll give it to the free. And he's working hard, Luke Holly. And one of our awards we've got at the end of the day is look after your mates. Well, I think he's running to the right spots to look after his mates. And they're honouring the lead because that's the other thing, Vince. You know, when you play, you run 10 times to a spot and you don't get used. The 11th time you don't go there, the team picks the ball up and looks for you and you're not there.
Yeah, you just got to keep doing it. You're right, Tony. You just got to keep doing it. And the interesting for me is what it's allowed them to do is that, you know, the pack is circling at half forward or inside the 50, about 40, 50 metres away from the play. This little kick that just goes another 10 or 15 metres forward out on the angle then allows the next kick to go over the top. And that then breaks that wall that St. Peter's have got set up.
And they've kicked a few goals around the corner. Another ward that we've got coming up, and we will look at this down the track, of course, but, you know, the play of the game, I think at the moment, Big Nick Wunky, they've kicked 2 or 3 goals around the corner, off the grass, you know, pick it up and scoop around the corner.
Right, that coast-to-coast
Wunky roved his own ball, played on out in front of the pack and ended up with a goal. The handball came over and ended up with a goal. And didn't he celebrate big in front of the corporate box down there too?
Yeah, they were pretty happy about it, I reckon. That might have been a few those green bottles getting sunk after that one. But fantastic first half. Look, we're really, really looking forward to see what this second half brings now. They have served it up to Spock, one of the favourites this year for the flag, and a promoted team. They are really taking it to them. And
I believe, Vince, that West End are a huge sponsor as well of the Adelaide Football League. There's a fair few of the West End just going down there as we speak as well. Let's have a look at St. Peter's. Well, you know, they came back, like you said, it's almost been a sandwich. The first 8 to 10 minutes of the game, then a lot of work, and then Jesse O'Brien, I thought, in the last 10 minutes of that quarter, he's a good player anyway, but he stood up as a leader should, started to really put his body into dangerous places, softened a few of the opposition up in the right way, in fairness, and hunted the ball. They got back in it. They've come back. They're 1 goal, 1 down, and so his game, I really like that. It's, as I said, that comeback, the mini comeback. James Hargraves, number 5, has really been playing good. You can see them in the shade over here. They've elected not to go into the rooms but stay in the shade. Nick McGill, he just absolutely hunts the ball. To his detriment sometimes, give away the odd free there, but I think that was a hip and shoulder in front of us that we witnessed, and I don't think the Glenunga crew were too happy about it, but it was a genuine hip and shoulder. But he followed that up from 30 metres down the ground. Jock McClay's trying to be physical out there. Toby Schultz down back, always a rock of Gibraltar, but he needs a hand. Jordan Lockwood has been honest in ruck. I'll be interested to see. Yeah, no, he's had the top off. They got him in the shoulder. He's got it back on now. He's had the left shoulder all strapped up. So interested to see how he comes up in the second half. Ed Allen has had a mountain of the ball, number 18.
14 disposals to half-time.
So first game in, we had a bit of a joke with the coach there earlier. Like, he's got to fit into a new game plan. He's come out of sample football, but he's got to fit in with the other players. And, you know, who's a left footer, who's a right footer. They kick 30 metres, 50 metres, all of this sort of stuff. So he's had a belter. And then it's just a spread. Mason Neagle, again, one of the better players, number 29 there. He's one of those desperate players we saw down back here helping out. Their goal scorers, well, it's an even spread. Brad Coulson with 1. Luke Mitchell with 1, 2 to Jake Sutcliffe, and 2 to Michael Pope, and that is their 6. And of course, Jake Sutcliffe, big number 23 last week, came out with 5. So they need maybe to look at their avenue to goal. The bombs in really aren't working for them. If they can be a little bit more precise, not sure on their game plan, whether that's part of it or not, but they need to hit targets, and if they're popping it up in the air and Glenunga have got tools and solid players back there, they're going to match them. Yeah, absolutely. I've really liked I think we made mention of it in the call about the way Glenunga had set up in the behind the ball, and their team defence was really good after they sort of just started a little bit shaky. Once they got everyone into the right positions, they've been very good, apart from that last few minutes where Spock managed to get the last 3 goals of the half. So far we've got inside 50s, absolutely even. Glenunga taking a few more marks. Some of that is those little kicks that they don't mind chipping it around.
Marks inside 50, 4-2. Intercept marks 5-7 in favour of St. Peter's. Turnovers 20-23 in favour of St. Peter's, so not too bad there. Tackles?
So tackles 32-19, 15-9 in that quarter. So Glenunga really on top there. Tackles inside 50, 5-2. Total 4-1 in that second quarter, so that tells us that St. Peter's have got it inside the 50 a little bit more as well. Clearances 14-10 there. Centre clearances 8-5, so they're on top. And hit outs 25-17, so 10 hit outs that quarter each. So they got themselves back in after 15-7, of course, in the first quarter. So Ellen, I think, has got the most possessions on the ground, as you said, with 14. Do we call this a warm-up, Vince? Have a look at them, the poor blokes. They've just had half-time. I saw a boxer the other night. He won his first professional bout, and they said he doesn't sit down in between rounds. And they interviewed him, and he said, well, if I sit down, I actually feel like I'm having a break and I'm relaxing, and then I've got to G myself up. He said, if I stay on my feet, I'm up and about.
Yep.
And I thought, well, that's the mindset. And so he stayed up and about, and he won the fight. So good luck to him. Now our sponsors, Vince, we've got a little bit of time to mention. You can see Filming Footy on there, of course. Banner Crew is our match day sponsor. Yep. Sip and Save for the scoreboard and around the grounds, which we'll be getting an update from Phil very shortly. Yep. Thanking him for that. The Police Credit Union, of course, our huddles and interviews. The Wakefield Clinic, the interchange, of which there are plenty. The Dartfish Stats, which we appreciate, and the Simon Black Academy for the replays. Other sponsors, Vince?
So, Roll the Dice, which we looks like Glenunga have done that today. Absolutely. They're on fire. The magnificent Archies, Sports Interactive and Filming Footy, who bring us the broadcast, of course. New Balance and Powerade, the Moseley Bar and Kitchen. Get yourself a magnificent meal down there at the Moseley as we watch the hosts come out for the second half, and they must believe that they're a chance to put their first win on the board for the season this year.
I'll tell you, was that one of the premiership players in the background there, just with his frothy in hand? But there's the coach, Nathan Grimer, coming out. He'd be, geez, I'll tell you what, talk about stress. He'd be a happy man within reason, but you don't rest on your laurels and say, oh, things are going okay. It's okay. Where can we improve? Can we play up to them? We're one goal up on the scoreboard. And what do we need to keep pushing? And I tell you what, you'd have to be happy with what you've seen in the first half.
Yeah, but now you're at the point where you probably believe that you should win the game as well, and then you've got to manage that. You know, that's a completely different dynamic. I mean, if even if the score was the other way around at 39-46, I reckon he'd be pretty chuffed with how things are going, even though they might then end up over the 75-point barrier that he was talking about. But because they've been really, really competitive. And
just have a look at them now. They're right in tight.
They're so connected, aren't they?
Yeah, they're right in tight in that group.
You have a look at the other huddle. A couple of guys just...
this time last week, how much in front were they at half-time, I don't know. But, they'd be going, how good's Division 1 football? We're going along all right. And, yes, we've got to keep improving.
Yep.
Glenunga would be going, geez, what have we walked into? And have a look at them this week. As I said, they breed success. They know what success looks like. Keep an eye on number 11, Sam Abel. He'll be out in this wing now. Number 10, of course, Luke Holly. And do St. Peter's get to the point where they not so much tag and man up, but they just get a little bit tighter on the pressure. Yep. Glenunga have also been able to get a man behind the ball at times. Yep. They've been able to set up a wall, but when they run, they run well, Vince.
Yeah. Yeah, they do, and running waves too, which is also important. So, I've just seen a fantastic mix of them. So, umpire's about to go and bring the ball up just quickly. It looks like.
So umpire holding the ball off. We'll come back to those scores in a moment.
Yep.
So Big Lockwood, he's had the shoulder taped up. Up he goes against Wonky, and guess what? No one wins it. So the on-ballers have to go after it. Heron it is. First ball out of the middle. Doesn't spin. Does not spin at all. Oh, and taking the ground there, Hugh DeSera. And umpire is giving a free kick here to St. Peter's. So on the half back line, and just turning sideways, Hargraves. So he goes diagonally out to this wing. Oh, nice kick. Put the Jukes up there. Luke Mitchell. So they're on the wing. They haven't advanced into the forward line yet. Geez, just one step. Very casual. Oh, did he put it down? No, he didn't. Nice little grab there. So player with the ball, another left footer. Pops it up high into... Oh, geez, ducked the chutney, and McClay's got it. And he's going to have a shot at goal here, Vince. So have you got a couple of scores there?
Yeah, so just while we're watching McClay, all square at Tea Tree Gully. Scores are level there at half-time, 7-6 apiece between the Wolves and Port Districts. So Prince Alfred at 3-5 Stills, trailing Old Iggy's 4-6-30 at Park 9. And Goodwood Saints 5-8-38, trailing Payneham North Union 6-6-42. So there are 4 games, all at half-time, decided by less than a couple of goals.
So he comes in, McClay, geez, very deliberate with the kick, and he's just swayed that a little bit to the left. I'll tell you what, surely Prince Alfred wouldn't be 0-2 at the start of the season after winning the premiership. Goodness gracious. Anyway, more going on here. They've done this a few times and they've been allowed to do it, Vince. They've come inside here, have Glenunga, and here's this chip game again.
Yeah, they start by just putting the ball around.
Ooh.
Dangerous kick across goals. It's going to be intercepted. It's taken there by Belperio. What's he going to do? Gets it inside. Desperate stakes, about 25 metres out from goal. Kick comes out. Jesse O'Brien this way, that way. Kicks it up deep into the forward line. Drop mark there. Kick off the ground. Is that going to be a goal? It is.
Fortuitous.
And suddenly, do I make that a 1-point game?
You do, Vince, and I think he's playing centre forward or striker going on that kick. Have a look at this.
So O'Brien's kick comes in. This way, that way. Quick kick off the ground there by McClay, the big man, and he's opened his account. Probably not the way he would have thought that it would have happened. Got a quick score here from Div 2, Athelston 5-9, Salisbury North 2-4 as well.
Oh, dear.
So opening goal of the third quarter to the Saints, and wow, 1 point the difference. We have an absolute ball terror here as up they go again. Up over the top there was Lockwood, over the top of Wonky, but it's going to be cleared. First kick forward here is going to be by Samuel Parsons. High kick up towards the wing. Ball on the ground. A lot of players around the ball. Tackle's been applied here by, it looks like it's Alex Harron, was it, number 6? And umpire's going to ball it up. So up it goes. Clear tap there by Wonky, but it's been sharked. There looked like it might have been Sutcliffe, but now the kick's coming back the other way. Inside forward, 50, pack flies. Ball off hands again. Plenty of players there to mop up. Charlie Gibson's got it. And his kick goes out wide. In fact, out too wide. And a relieving kick will be brought in here by Glenunga inside 50. Kick to the hot spot. Pack flies. Oh, big fly there. Couldn't take the mark there, a Bill. Handball out there by Lockwood. Relieving kick again. Ball staying out on the other side of the ground. But guess what? It's coming straight back again. And this will be repeat inside 50s here for Glenunga. They're pressing. Looking to re-establish their goal plus lead. Good spoil off the back of the pack. Out it comes again. And once again, the mark's been taken.
Grab. Yeah,
Good grab by Sam Smith it is, yes.
So
and kick inside 50.
Oh, bang.
Gee, big bang there by
that's not good,
by
Vince.
Wonky, and that player has not got up there.
That's Will Montgomery. That was a huge clash there. So let's just pause for a moment while that's a red card as well. And not too flash at the moment, so we won't comment too much on what's happened there. We can see on screen, and so player coming off. And just our thoughts at the moment. Will Montgomery, I believe it is, that's been knocked around. We'll try and bring you an update. So player just coming off, red carded. I believe that's 20 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Can't be replaced.
Can't be replaced. So just a little bit of animation going on as we speak. And Nick Wunke it is. So players just in a bit of a huddle here. And, yeah, you can see Nathan Grimer with the board because he's going to have to rejig who plays where. That's going to be a big loss for Glenunga with Wunke off the oval.
Someone's going to have to come off so they can get Josh Orkin on. They'll obviously have to play with...
So they're coming over. Interesting here. Glenunga are all coming over to have a bit of a... It's almost like another break within the quarter. We're only a couple of minutes in. So this is going to extend the
match
quarter
by a few minutes.
And, without seeing a replay, I'm not going to comment too much on that, Vince.
No.
It just looked like a pretty big, heavy clash. But until we see... maybe privately vision of it. It's not something that you want to see. It was a pretty sickening clash. So our thoughts certainly with Will Montgomery. I think they've rolled him over, so hopefully he's come around. And St. Peter's just walking over now, and you can see Nathan Grimer. It's interesting, Vince, scoreboard is equal for both teams, 7 goals, 446. So it's like we're setting up again. And being in this situation as a player... on the ground, and you've got to switch back on when the game starts again and say, okay, let's switch back on, get our focus back, because for some players, seeing players injured can be quite off-putting for them, which is understandable. You and I have been through that in recent years with coaching and had a player go off. So... So we'll comment on that when we come back. We're going to go to a short break now, and we'll continue on in a moment. Go out and make yourself a cup of tea. We'll be back soon.
The Simon Black Academy is a 3-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
back.
Okay, so about to restart play.
Ball is on the far side. The stretcher's just gone off, so taking him off on a stretcher. So obviously not an ambulance called to the ground at this point or out on the ground. So going back on that far side, just keep an eye on things. And there's Hollyan again. He's having an absolute mighty game. No, that's Abel it is. Lines up. Just goes the big kick inside 50 again. It's out that far side. Just looks like players are losing that in the sun there a little bit as well. That was Toby Schultz there. Normally a pretty good reader of the play. You can see by the shadows. So they're going to be 17 versus 18. So that rule, Vince, very quickly.
Yes, so I don't think he can be replaced there for 10 minutes, Nick Wunke. So you're right, 17 versus 18. So
Okay.
interesting to see how Glenunga will approach it.
Yep.
They're still looking okay, obviously, with the ball going back inside forward 50. And good mark actually taken there by Michael McMahon. And he'll be having a shot for goal. I reckon he'll be taking all of his allotted time. Pardon me.
So Montgomery it was that's gone off, number 26. He won't take any further part in the game. So they're one down on the interchange bench. So it looks like he's going to come around the corner here. McMahon probably practiced this at training. What's he done? He's pretty happy as he walks away, and he's kicked that.
Good goal.
That is a great goal, Vince, and that's Michael McMahon's first. Good reward for effort. He's had a very good game so far, and once again, our scoreboard, thanks to Sip and Save and Around the Grounds, 1 hour delivery 7 days a week for a bit of Sip and Save, and why wouldn't you on a hot day like this? 1 goal the difference as we speak. This is going to be one of these real old-fashioned shootouts, and one goal, St Peter's this quarter to Glenunga, 1 goal. Because our score is, timing is showing 8.5 minutes, but it's probably about 5.5 to be honest,
Yep.
because of the player going off. So interesting now, all the players back in position. To the left of play, it's Long. Look at McClay's right in the goal square, but to the right, the 50 metres, they're all within about 20 metres of the 50-metre line up here to the right of screen.
The spare player is Toby Schultz.
So Auckland it is, because we don't have the 666 rule. Taps it, but O'Brien in the middle of the ground. Geez, a low penetrating kick, too high. Over the back it comes. Player on his own out here. Didn't see him, so it's bounced into the square and O'Brien not able to get it. They had Brad Cousins all on his own in around centre-half forward, but the line of vision for the player kicking that ball was straight towards the big sticks.
So it's going to be a ball in, and Brad Coulson there would have been screaming for that ball. He had no one near him at all, but not found, but up it goes again now. Good tap there by Josh Orkin. Pack of players over in the far pocket. Quick kick there, looked like it might have been Lincoln Bennett. Ball's ended up on the halfway between half-back and wing on the far side of the ground. And it looks like it's going to be a ball in.
That's a long way for that boundary umpire to run too. Welcome to Division 1 football. Down behind the gum tree it is there, and
there he
brings
comes.
it in. That's a good sign because that's the ambulance gate, and that's not
not
open
being
at
used,
the moment,
which
so
is
that's
great.
a good sign.
Yeah, that's right. So it'll be Auckland and Lockwood. Throw in. Clear tap there by Auckland. Umpire's picked out a free kick. That's going to go to St. Peter's. And they've got an opportunity here to, let's see, are they utilising the extra man? I don't think they really are, to be honest.
He's back here, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Mark, take it inside 50. Kick is long, high, and is it? No, it's just gone to the left of the goals. And a minor score.
That might have been Mason Eagle, I believe, out there. He's a very good player. So Glenunga, let's see, they've gone short a lot of the time. They've still got a couple short out this side of the ground, and they use him. Allowed to do it. Sam Venning it is with ball in hand. So just having a look down the ground. Players come towards him, and he honours that lead. Oh, just got there. Yes, Jesse Temmie, yep. So Temmie now's got it. So it's just slow, static. There's another free down here if he wants him, right on the boundary. They obviously practice a lot of this. There's a big pack, so it's going to come right in front of us here. Up you go, Vince. Take a specky right in front of us. No. So over it comes. Big Lockwood can't quite take it. Oh, fighting for that ball there, James Duncan. And ball on the ground. They've got one free if he can get it out, and he does get it out to him. But this pressure, Vince, again, by Glenunga. Real impressive.
High intense and ongoing.
So big Luke Mitchell comes into the back of the pack here.
Yeah. So Lockwood and Orkin. Good tap that time by Lockwood.
Oh,
Couldn't quite shark it there, Ed Allen. Off the pack there. Now it's come through to Darcy Mitchell. Kick goes down towards forward 50, right at the intersection of the 50-metre line and the boundary line. And we're going to have a boundary throw in.
they haven't minded that today either. They don't mind getting it out of bounds.
Not happy
Vince.
to get an extra stoppage and gain some territory. So I'm just so impressed about a number of different game plans that they've implemented. You know, kick the ball around, you know, do the little kick to get it over the back of the wall. So umpires picked something out here, and it's going to actually go to Glenunga. It is.
Harry Prosser was in the ruck there. It's a bit like Richmond using a different player in the ruck. He had to go up, did his job. They're down to 17.
And I'll tell you what, they kick a goal here.
2 goals.
2 goals with 17 men,
on.
and it won't be long before their players going to have to come back on. Interesting to see
2 players there.
that'll be Schwartz cramping up a little bit there, and early in the third quarter, that's got to be a little bit of a worry. But anyway, here's Prosser.
Ooh.
He's pulled the kick across the face. Is it going to go through for a behind? It is.
This is where they need the pickle juice provider to come on board as a sponsor and get it out to these players. You put it in your mouth, you swill it, you spit it back out, and it helps with preventing cramps. Anyway, back in it comes. Geez, that's a big kick to the wing, and that's a good set of jukes. I think the umpire, no, he's picked that out. This square diagonal kick, Heron, great set of hands to have it in. So he's just going to kick now a long, high kick, and over in front, off hands.
Prosser, the free kick, is it?
Prosser, yep.
He's going to get another go. Okay, so Harry Prosser's got it. And very similar shot to what he's just had. Let's see if he has learnt from that. He's going to be kicking from around about 45. Angle similar, 45. That looks like a better effort. It's a fantastic effort. Well done. Harry Prosser, and 17 on 18. Let's not let that make you go defensive. They've kicked 2 goals to 1 in this period. And that is their second goal. Harry Prosser certainly learned on this kick this time.
You're correct,
Puts
Vince.
it up there.
Yeah, nice kick too.
Yep.
And he's Prosser, what's he kicked 2 now for the
2,
game?
yep.
And ball back in the middle. And I'll tell you what, they come home with a bit of a wet sail here. They're 2 goals up, exactly on the scoreboard. And St Peter's have got a huge opportunity here with an extra on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's back here putting his glove back on his hand. And they're fighting a way forward. Here they go again. And it's heading towards that spare player. 2 on 1. Don't tell me it's going to come out the back. Umpire says play it on. Schultz provides a shepherd. They run, they carry, they get it out here, but it hits the ground. That doesn't give anyone an advantage. And he's caught there, Mason Neagle, and can't get away. Dangerous player. So Jesse Temmie just closing up the space very quickly. Umpire throws up another, just a palm by Luke Mitchell. And this time a free kick goes the way of St Peter's to Christopher Moriarty. Anyway, that's a dangerous kick inside, square in that centre half back region. Really impressed with Luke Holly and gives it out to Heron. Heron goes off to the pocket.
And out of bounds. And again, we'll say it, they don't mind that, Tony.
Yeah. But, geez, how important has Luke Hollian been?
Yep.
Really loved his game today. And Alex Heron's racked up the possessions as well. And also the other lad for St Peter's, Ed Allen.
Okay, so umpires picked out something here. Someone's been shepherded out off the ball. And who's going to get the free kick? It's going to
Liam Bennett.
Glenunga again. And Liam Bennett, wow, this could be 3-1. And any minute they're going to get their leading goal kicker back on the ground.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we're coming up to about 9 minutes now. Exactly what you said, Vince. Their leading goal kicker's off the ground.
Yep.
And they're maybe going to kick a third, and they've had 4 shots at goal.
That's right. Unbelievable effort by them in this point. So in he comes, Liam Bennett.
Ooh, high.
Umpire not moving again.
Wow.
Geez, he's doing playing a lot of statues down that end of the ground. That goal umpire wing there, kicking for goal, Glenunga. He's not moving. That's 3 goals in the last 8 minutes.
Well, if they get up, now just hypothetical here,
Yep.
if they get up, is it an upset? Probably not from Glenunga's point of view, but for St Peter's you'd think it would be. So let's not go too early, Vince, but
No.
just having a look at how this game is panning out as we speak. Big number 13, Luke Mitchell in the middle there, up against Josh Orkin, and they are super huge. So Heron, you can see there, what a great matchup that is, Alex Heron on Nick McGill. He needs to perhaps lift him a little bit. He had a really good first half, Nick McGill, and he is that in and under. Jesse O'Brien, again, you need your leaders to stand up again. So player come in square there from St Peter's, but taken without the ball.
She mightn't have had the ball there, Lincoln Bennett.
Player come off the wing, numbers around the ball. I tell you what, look at the numbers there by Glenunga. 3, 4 of them. Hack forward, that might do. Hits the ground. Players running the wrong way. They've got to go backwards to go forward, dropping the ball. Glenunga's got numbers again around the ball there. Just a hack forward. Now this is the spare. He's a left footer, so he's going to go out to his right, and that is a beautiful kick with Brad Coulson, I reckon it was. Now they come forward. Players go over. It's beaten everyone. Can they get it around? St Peter's around they go. McClay this way, that way. He's got to get rid of it. Another handball. Nick McGill. How did he get out there? He was in the middle of the ground a moment ago, and he has scored a point. He followed that ball down the ground and couldn't quite get there. I tell you what, there's a lot of hoo-ha going on just at the moment in the background here, but we won't worry too much about it. Welcome to grassroots football.
Okay, we'll just keep going here. So ball's going to be brought back in. 18 points the difference.
Going to be a long quarter too, Vince.
That's it. So 18-minute mark, quite a long time to go.
That's a
Long,
big kick.
good kick in. Good punch there by Lockwood. Goes, butters up, gets a little dinky kick out. So, and that's gone out to number 19, Chris Moriarty, and the kick goes in. Comes off hands. Here's an opportunity for Hargraves. Tackled.
Pressure.
And that's going to... are they going to get it over? Surely for a rush behind. No, still in play. Now it's out to about 20, 30 metres out from the... and now it will go out of bounds.
I tell you...
boundary throw in.
Tell you, good things are going for Glenunga. They're spoiling their own teammates in the back line. Thomas Bilby, number 8, has come on as the 18th man now, so we're back up to 18 versus 18, Vince, and very good at the moment. So, geez, he rose up high there, did Orkin. Big pack forms just in front of the, you'll see all the corporate set up down there. The 50-year reunion for the 1972 B-grade grand final. Teammates for life, they are premiership players for life. Umpire about to throw it in here. And big pack forms. A lot of players around this. There's no players in the back half of the ground. Taken out. Gets a boot to it. It's gone up and down though. So nowhere. They're coming out this side a lot too, Glenunga. It's almost a set play. Another ball up from this boundary as Hugh DeSera first to the ball. Good signs for Glenunga as well, Vince, is they're first to the ball on most occasions. Look at the pack form here. All the players are in front of us, probably in 1/3 of the ground.
Yeah, that's right. There's no one probably past the goal line if you're taking down through the centre, and no one. They're all in a quarter of the ground here.
McClay.
So McClay, in he goes. Sets a big kick, long, strong, and through for a minor score.
He almost kicked that too good, Vince. He's got a big kick on him. He
Yeah.
rushed it, and I think he was putting it at the top of square and just kept carrying. As we said, a bit like Geelong's ground last night. It's a long, skinny ground, this one.
So Glenunga have held on, and they have actually increased their lead while they were short one player. And we're not really sure how to gauge what's happening. 21 minutes. You'd probably think we may go close to 30 minutes this quarter. Ball's out on the wing there. Couldn't be taken by Darcy. Tackle's been applied. It's popped out. Pross has got it. What's he done with it? They're appealing for anything. The spot players there, not getting a lot of joy on that occasion.
So as if they can go square, they've got good positioning out here. Ben Belperio all on his own. Now he's got a player on him. So umpire throwing in right in front of the scoreboard there. McClay at the back, taps it forward. I did hear the coaching staff to our right talking about no one behind the ball, the two rucks there earlier. But here they go again. Nice little tap kick out, and that was Thomas Bilby who's come on. So they're 18 on to 18. This is what they do a little bit. Abel it is. Now they stood there and watched him do that. Gets it back. It hasn't come very far forward. Now it will with the centre half forward positioning 2-on-1 and taking another one-hander back there, Charlie Gibson. So he comes out the other side. Ed Allen, he's had a mountain of it. Good left footer kick. Geez, he's put it up high though. And guess who? He's dropped it. Probably that much sweat on him. Around he goes. Chip kick in. Oh, it's the space. It's the grass. Around they come, Glenunga. Up, down, around. St Peter's get it out. Can they clear? Get it on the boot, son. And he does. Right down in front of us. They need to lift right about now. Michael Pope it is. Great kick. McClay's come into it. He's really brought himself into it. We saw he's got a great kick on him as well. Just get it forward, son. Too long. It lets Glenunga all come back. The wildebeest migrating. They've all come back, and he's just done that little chip kick. I built that up to nothing, Vince. So
No, Brian's got it. Now he's going to kick inside 50. Squares it up. Is someone there to take the mark? They are.
Interesting build-up this time. I'm
There we
thinking
go.
they're going to pump it in. And
Now he's going to get the shot at goal there. That's going to be Hamish Allen.
Haven't called him much.
So Hamish Allen, opportunity here to peg one back late in the third quarter. Bring the margin back to within 2 kicks. Umpire doesn't move. I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with the goal kick, the set shot goal kicking today, Tony.
Yep. Nice goal that by Hamish Allen.
Yep.
So just draws them that little bit closer again as we look at our sip and save scoreboard and around the ground. So, of course, 1 hour delivery, 7 days a week. 10 goals, 5, 65, 8 goals, 7,
55.
50, 59, 8, 6 is
55.
54, and 7 is 59. 8 sixes, 48.
Yeah, 55.
How good are we going? It's a long way over there, and that little kid in the orange hat was right in front of the scoreboard.
Oh,
Vince,
come on
I
now.
must
Up
listen.
they go. Up they go. Harron, good tap. There he is. He's got it forward, and ball is now quickly inside 50. Multiple tacklers there, but umpire Chester says, no, thank you. It's my turn to touch the ball, and I will ball it up. Thank
24 minutes in. I reckon we might go close to 30, though,
Yep.
Vince. We had 4
Had a
or
little bit
5
of a
minutes
delay.
lost.
Up it goes. Comes out the back of the pack. Ping pong football here at the moment, but good handball there. That's by Hamish Allen. And now the ball comes out wide. O'Brien with his kick in towards forward 50.
Oh,
good
style,
mark. I'll tell you what, Sam Smith, wow.
Mm.
He's been an absolute mountain back there since quarter time.
It's this game, isn't it? It's this precise kicking.
Yeah.
Look at
Now,
him.
not in any hurry again. I reckon this one's not going to...
got one back
let's
if he
go
wants.
have a look. Now it looks like it's just going to be a long kick down the line. Half forward. Oh, good
jukes.
mark at the back.
Here they
Well
go.
done. Now the player's out. So here's Neagle. And Eagle's going to come out this side. He's spotted something that he likes. What a good kick that was. And Hargraves has got it. Hargraves goes inside. Duncan didn't give the handball.
Look at Neagle's work rate.
And
He's worked down here
just got
too.
a little kick back. And that goes over to... that was Schulz. Schulz kick wide over to Lockwood. Lockwood wider again. Now the ball's out on the wing. Now this time it's their turn to start just popping it around.
Neagle's 3-2 on this flank. He's a huge work rate just then.
So now the long kick goes inside 50. Pack's going to fall. Oh, big fly. No one can take the mark. At the back, is that an unrealistic attempt? I think it is.
They're covering out here. The outriders, Neagle's come down. They're covering the switcher play. So they go short again, and they're allowed to do it, Vince. They've just been doing this all day long. I think a lot of players just go back thinking it's going to be the 40, 50-metre bomb. And McClay and McGill are still trying to work across that side of the ground. They're covering the middle. A little bit of a push, but geez, good set of jukes again. So they're going to come around again. Here they come, number 20 here. And, Jess got to it. Come more diagonal now. That's a direct kick. Players setting up. I just like how they set up for that. They waited. let the players do the work back here in the packs, and they did set up structurally a lot better out here. So James Hargraves took the grab. Have a look at Neagle just sniffing to his left here. And he was an option as that came in as well. So just starting to watch a bit of the work rate by some of the players here and their structures. And it was interesting, McGill and McClay didn't quite get across those other packs. So relying on each other. Oh, runs around to the right a little bit. Nice kick off the boot. That's a great kick. And James Hargraves slots his first for the day. Brings them 1 goal closer again, Vince, and almost, well, under a goal now.
Yes, well, that's right. So despite,
4 points.
We had 17 on 18 was dominated by Glenunga. It's 18 on 18, and now the Spocks are back within a 1 kick once again. And, gee whiz, I'm looking forward to calling this last quarter. This is just going to be an absolute ball terror. 4 points the difference.
3-4 this quarter, have they, St Peters?
3 goals for this quarter
to 3 goals
won. So
they've won a quarter. As umpire throws up, geez, nice tap directly down to a Glenunga player. Now St Peters are applying the pressure. There's a big space to the left of this circle as well. There's about 30 metres before the group of players all together in the 50 there. If they can get it forward, they're just setting up for something here. St Peters, they'll probably do a big high lead on an angle here or get it down deep. Interesting ploy there, and Glenunga have just got a line-up of players to the right, so let's see what happens. Taps down, here it comes. Oh, taking the ground, that pressure in the middle of the ground. Players down everywhere there. McGill last to get up. Shakes it off. And here's a free kick to Haran, is it? No, he'll give it to a teammate. Their physicality's been great. Got to play a square here if he wants. Oh, he's got 2 players square. Still got a player out this side if he wants. 28 minutes into the quarter, 28 and a half. 4 points on the scoreboard. Oh, a bit of a lazy kick there, which ends up being a pack kick. Unable to take it, St Peters on that far side. Up and down McGill, he won't take a backward step. There he goes and gets his own ball, left hand. They had players square again. They're trying to set up to come square here if they want to. Ball just dribbles out. Glenunga, nice handball, but into a nest of St Peters players and a free kick given. So another one here.
And
25. 25, is it? Yep. So it just looks square there to Tom Butterworth. And this will be Sam Abel with the ball. That nice big long kick. Just if they can snag one here, Vince, late in the quarter, they'd be happy. Oh, trying to barge through there. Glenunga player off hands. Oh, 1, 2, along the ground. Players calling it touched. But the Glenunga player is saying, no, I've kicked that. And going by the orange boots, that may be Liam Bennett. Let's just have a look. Over it comes. Handball out. Geez, he sort of kicked an upside down one. Geez, if he reckons he's touched that, he's a long way off it. And number 12 it was actually Lincoln Bennett.
Lincoln Bennett.
And he's kicked his first, Vince. And that was the late one, just that steadier, late in the quarter. And, yeah, nice little effort there. Just push them ahead on the scoreboard. Again, just that little buffer. 2 goals. Umpire Sester comes in. Says, I'll ball it up here, boys. Probably close to siren now. McClay in the ruck. You don't see much of that these days, but I'll tell you what, look at him hustle and bustle in the middle. Great smother by Heron. Can they get another one? Schultz it is. Goes back. Now they come out wide. He's been out here for a while, Mason Neagle. Oh, just misses with the kick. Can't get it through and taken over the line right in front of Sam Venning and Jesse O'Brien.
Okay, so last few stages of the third quarter. 10-point margin. It's been tight all day.
Watch for McGill in the back here.
Up it goes. Ball's tapped forward. There he is again, Alex Haran. Swamped. Umpire will come in and ball it up.
Leading by example too, Vince. It's a very physical, hard game here. Look at McClay in the ruck as well.
Yeah, up they go again. Good tap there by Orkin.
Oh.
But picked up, might have been high. Desira, and that will end it.
Who's going to?
Neagle, no, not having a shot from 90 metres out. So there we have it, folks. And it's a 10-point margin here. 71-61. Glenunga have led at every change. 13 at quarter time, 9 at half time, and 10 at three-quarter time. You can't wait for this last quarter. Neither can we.
The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Go.
Welcome back to the final quarter build-up now, Vince, and to our viewers out there, stay riveted to your seats. There's 10 points in it. Glenunga are up and about, and I tell you what, there's a huge crowd around them, and Jeff Riddle just addressing his team. Quickly, the statistics, inside 50s, 14-9 for Glenunga that quarter, 39-34 they're leading. Marks, well, 4 different there to St Peter's, 18-22, but 53 total. Intercept marks 11 all for the game. Marks inside 50 are 5 all for the game. Turnovers 30-34. Tackles 44-27. So that's where Glenunga are really on top with their tackling. Sensational in that third quarter again. 12-8. Their physicality. Tackles inside 50. Not much there. 6 and 5. Clearances 22 to Glenunga. 32 to St Peter's. So they haven't been able to capitalise there, but centre clearances the other way, 14 and 6. So really high up. There's 8 extra clearances to Glenunga. Hit outs 34-28. So they're really fighting back there, St Peter's, and free kicks are 21 all. So the umpires have done a great job evening up, Vince.
Yes, indeed. So just a couple of anomalies there, but generally pretty close. Most of those statistics, and that's certainly what the scoreboard tells us. I like the idea that that we have some different players. I mean, apart from probably, we've not spoke a lot about Luke Hollian in each quarter, but it seems like we've had different players stepping up at different times across both teams, which means that what we're seeing is that they're probably getting different players at different times are having their moments.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see when we didn't see a lot of Wonky that quarter because he went off because he was sent off, and then they brought on Bilby. But if he comes on in this last quarter and has a good finish to the game, because he has played quite well. Listen, just quickly off on a tangent here, but we do understand an ambulance is coming for that player. So once again, our thoughts are with Will Montgomery, and it's come to the ground, we've been told, so he's off in an ambulance. So they are one down, St Peters, and geez, if ever they need to pull one out of the bag now is the time. 2 goals, just under 2 goals in it, 10 points, so certainly winnable, but boy, do they go back to last week and say, well, okay, what do we do to win that game? And big roar out of Glenunga to the left, wasn't it? They are up and about. Can they get their first win in Division 1? And we speak about self-belief, and I'll tell you what, they have a huge amount of it at the moment. A huge amount of it. And let's have a quick tip, Vince. I actually think Glenunga from here, not may well, I believe they will get over the line now.
I tend to agree. It just seems like the St Peters have had their moments where they've had a couple of opportunities. They've kicked a couple of goals in a row, twice, but Glenunga have steadied, and whatever they've had thrown at them, they've so far been able to resist.
So big Jordan Lockwood, like Lazarus, we saw him get knocked around there with the shoulder, and he's come back on, so let's see if he can give him a lift in the middle as well. Umpire all set. Sam Abel out here on this wing. Number 6, Alex Heron. Number 11's Abel Heron. You see the player down doing some stretches out there. Jesse Temmie. They've all put in at times, Vince, and we are all set to go for an absolute pearler of the last quarter. You're with Vince Cosme for the start of the fourth quarter, Vince.
It is the start of the final stanza. It's going to be an unbelievable 25 minutes that we're about to witness here at Webb Oval. Hold it aloft, now throw it up. And there it is, tapped straight down there by Auckland. Ball kicked inside forward 50. First chance here for the Rams. It's going to be intercepted by St Peters. Kick around the body, comes back towards centre wing. Being a bit held there by the arm there, Bilby. But, of course, there he is. McGill gets the handball inside. In goes O'Brien. Puts the Jets on. Big kick inside forward 50. Pack forms. Oh, can't quite take the mark. Got the hand in there. Darcy Mitchell, really good one arm to spoil that. Now it's kind of come out towards the outer wing. First one there is going to be Prosser. Knocks it on, and then the Dane's about another 15 metres. Doesn't go out of play. Opportunity here for the ball to come back inside the forward 50. Actually, it's marked just inside, and that's a good mark there by Auckland playing a kick behind the play.
It's possession game again, Vince. Again. Far side now, so Glenunga. I'll tell you what was disappointing there. St Peters went in with the big bomb. They had players set out. They were going to come around and out this side, and they didn't do it. So McGill is actually out of the play, playing on the wing here. He's a very handy player, but they need him in around the ball, I'd feel. So Glenunga now allowed to come inside. So McGill starts to go in, and of course Holman, sacrificial act coming out as a big high bomb comes in over the scoreboard, in around the playground, bobbling around. Geez, that was fortuitous. A hack forward. Have a look at the bounce here. Schultz goes back. Now they're going to set up. And
he's gone through for a point.
Umpire's called that a point, but they've got a player out here if they want to use him. He's covered now. So Schultz is just pushing to get back.
First score.
So let's see what they can do. So he runs out a fair way now, the St Peters player. Kicks it up quite high. I think that might have been Hargraves. So Glenunga will be happy with that. It's another contest on the far side and out of bounds. Out the gate, so to speak. Have a look at that.
Yep. The umpires had to go outside the gate there a couple of times to grab the ball. He's bringing it back in now. So
let's see what happens. I'm interested what happens behind the ruck with these two, depending on where the umpire is. You should know by now if the umpire's going to throw a short one or a long one.
Just waiting for that now. In it comes. We've been at it all day. Lockwood. Organ. Tap down, kick forward. First one there is Prosser. Tries to get the handball. Ooh, strong tackle applied.
Aren't they first to the ball, though?
Will be a St.
Glenunga.
Peter's free kick. So it comes into the middle. Can't quite take the mark there. Lockwood. Ball spilled, yes. Well done by McGill. Handball forward. Now the short kick gets it inside 50. Here's an opportunity. But,
Well done.
good take there by O'Brien, but excellent tackle as well by Darcy Mitchell.
I was just watching O'Brien then. Him and McGill, they're starting to run now, like really run forward. And when McGill did that, O'Brien just kept going, and that's how he ended up in that tackle.
So, strong tackle there. Gee
She's
whiz,
on.
that's
She's
Samuel
on.
Parsons. I think he got away with one there. But anyway, the ball's moved up into the forward line for Glenunga, but it's going to be repelled and brought back straight away. What a good kick that is, but can't quite take the mark there, McGill. Butters up, second attempt, takes a bounce. Now he goes on to the right. Kick up towards 450, 2-on-1. Is that almost... Oh, no, it hasn't taken the mark.
Just watching a bit of byplay with Sam Parsons and Jock McClay here in back play, and it is the blood rule. McClay's got a bit of claret coming out, and he's not happy about it. Umpire's signalled him to go off. He's wiped it with his jumper. They're at centre-half forward. He's wiped it and the umpire's allowed it. So maybe it's, here's the other one that's coming off is Sam Parsons. He's the one with the blood.
Yeah.
So him and McClay were at each other. Don't ask how that happened, but it's happened. Could have happened in general play. And what's happening, Vince? Is it a ball up or a shot at goal we've got going on?
Umpire's holding it at the moment, yep. Just blows time on. We're back on. Up it goes. Pushed out of it. Oh, couldn't quite. Oh,
Call that.
Must be. Is that certainly should have been a free kick for holding there on Schwartz, but
geez, it's physical, isn't it?
Absolutely.
He's,
What's going on?
Pope it was, but Orkin, that was a nice. That was a bit of everything, wasn't it?
So we've got
3 out of 5 for acting.
Orkin and Mitchell now. Just waiting for the ball to come in.
Drop short again. Look at that.
Good tap by Orkin. Quick kick out. Gets the ball outside 50 for Glenunga.
That release kick, that could be deliberate.
And
No, throw it
looks
in.
like it's Prosser that's taken it over. And again, they're happy to move the ball up and then look for another stoppage.
That release kick, though, Vince, just get it out of 50, because this is 2 kicks now for St. Peter's to get that back in, 5 minutes into the quarter, to get that back in to get a score. Important by Glenunga. Look at their numbers. They're all pointing. They've got 2 players spare to the right of this throw-in. Probably outbodied there, Orkin, that time. Ball on the ground here, St. Peter's. They're just going around, aren't they, under pressure again and dropping the ball. Super impressive, Vince, all day long by Glenunga with their pressure on
and
the ball
pressure
carrier.
in numbers as well. Pressure in numbers. So they're going to get the opportunity here to get back into their attacking half. And in the ball goes over on the far side. Big pack forms, off hands. Paddling again. They're just gaining some more territory. And it's now out of bounds. And once again, they've just picked up after the back off the back end of that kick about another 30, 40 metres. So it's going to get thrown in just next to the scoreboard. Just having a little bit of work done here. That was Sam Parsons, I believe, there. So ball comes out. Hollian gets it forward. Spot's going to be first to the ball here. Umpire's paid the free kick, chose to play on.
O'Brien's
Yeah,
caught there.
O'Brien, yep. Caught, and it's turned over again. There's a short little kick. It's going to fall short. Good tackle applied there by Johnny Reid. And that kick, what's happened? It's going to be intercepted. It is. It's intercepted.
No, is it? Free kick back
it's a free
here
kick.
to
It's not going to be with
Schultz.
Butterworth. Oh, Schultz is going to get a free kick.
Tell you what, Vince, big Lockwood coming off now. He can't move
holding
that left shoulder.
Yeah, he looks like he's struggling a bit there.
And Hamish Allen now coming on.
Yeah.
They're in a bit of strife here, Vince.
Anyway, they're coming up towards half forward. Oh, drop mark there by McClay. Should have swallowed that one. And once again, Glenunga going to get the ball forward. Ends up with Opperman. His kick's going to go high, wide, and mark taken by Prosser. Plays on. Oh, and then he's sprayed it to the left. Could have almost run all the way in then.
He had too much time, Vince, and he thought about it.
He actually had to think about it.
Harry Prosser, and he thought about a check side, drop pump, whatever, and it's just given that door is open. It's just ajar. It's two Two goals straight, so 2 kicks. Schultz comes flying out, but then kicks out wide to the player that's just come on, and that's young Hamish Allen. So over he goes, possession football to his brother Ed Allen it is now. Happened to walk back into the club this week and said, can I come and get a game? Pass player, 3-on-1, and that's what Glenunga have done all day. We're just over 8 minutes in. It's, well, depending on which scoreboard you're looking at.
Yep, 73-61 is correct.
On the TV, and is that right on the scoreboard over there? I think it is
so,
as well,
yep.
Yes. Oh, dropping the ball there, but, geez, this player is super impressive as well. That's Fletcher Wiseman. Couldn't get it to Prosser, who just out of bounds again in front of the big area down there. Big celebration day down there, and I tell you what, should we cock a hoop at Glenunga tonight if they get up. But coaches, assistant coaches all pointing. They've got a free in the middle here. Jesse Temmie, the far wingman. Up it goes, tap down to no one really. Comes around St Peter's, 1-on-1, good battle. Just a punch towards the boundary. Happy with that. Grimer's got a touch. He'll be happy with that. Gives it back to the umpy. Look at that crowd in the background too. Division 1 football. Alive and kicking. So the big ruckman come in. Orkin. Mitchell. Catches it and throws it. Taken high. Umpire says play on. Geez, he let that go a bit too. And Brad Colson doing a little bit of work off the ball there, Vince.
So big Orkin has dominated ruck in the second half, held, and he's got to get he's given away the free kick.
Yeah, shepherding
off, and Luke Mitchell just goes long down the line, nice and wide. A bit of a defensive kick there, just sort of taken over there by Sam Abel, but. But so that, to me, that's a little bit too defensive. You're going forward. I don't see a lot of value in kicking the ball out, way out there wide. 2 goals down, time will start becoming a factor. I mean, it's only 2 goals, but each team's only been scoring 2 or 3 a quarter. So
he held that a long time. The other bit too, when that player had that kick, 2 players came right in front of us to the boundary side, 20 metres away from him. That's a waste, because then you've got to get back inside to get the ball if you don't get used. So there's the player that will give him a bit of ignition is McGill. Look at that. Around it comes. Geez, he's hooking around on the left foot. He made that harder than it needed to be, did Hamish Allen. What's the umpire?
There'd be a behind.
It is a behind.
Yep.
So let's see if Glenunga, they've got to play a free back here. Look at this. If he can get that long kick, they've come very wide. Big pack forms. Oh, nice right up. Geez, they just can't take hold of the ball here, St Peter's. Get across now. Look at the pressure again. Quick call, quick kick by O'Brien, and another point there, and some tired players. I think that was actually Ed Allen, who's had a mighty game, but some tired players, as you said, Vince. Time and also fatigue will be a factor. Very close game, though. 11 points on the scoreboard. So let's have a look. They're up and about. The bloke I've loved, Luke Hollian, and he's just ran all day. So in it comes, same kick again. This time the ruckman form. Up they go to ground. This time nice pick up and a kick forward. So it's on the wing now in front of us. Players go to mark, but a little bit going on there in the back play. Just a hook around. I think this will almost be a dead ball. Out of bounds now in the forward pocket. And umpire will throw it in. And that's good clearing kick now. So players are pretty much out on their feet. That's Harry Prosser that's just come off, bringing a fresh man on, Sam Parsons, who had been off with the blood rule. So quality around the ground. Up it goes. Tap forward here. Can they make an advantage of it? Geez, there's a screw punt. The old 1972 boys would like that. Look at the numbers here. Can they get a good attack on the ball? He's running the wrong way. Sam Smith beats him. This way, that way, he slips. He's taken high. Yeah. What will the umpire say? It was taken high.
He slipped. He was taken high.
He did slip. So our crowd to our right are not happy, and just a little bit of sucking out the time there is Sam Smith. Mind you, if Jock McClay ran into me, I think I'd lay down for a while as well. Here it is. Bang. A little bit of UFC attention at the end of that as well. And look at him. Holly in there, just A little bit cock-a-hoop with it all. Don't get too excited, son. Anyway, big pack forms up. They go. Oh, coming down. Unable to take that young man there was Jordan Opperman. Look at them all take off to the left like the wildebeest migrating after the rains. Up it goes. Oh, Auckland can't get near it. Still on the ground. Player hurt there, is he? No. And another pack forms. They'd be happy with this Glenunga. Another pack forming.
13 minutes. Probably 10 to go. No goals in this last quarter. They've suddenly dried up. It's tight. It's tense. It's tired. There's just a lot of T words. Anyway, now it's inside 50 again for St. Peter's. First one there is Sutcliffe. Gives the ball back. It's back outside 50. Kick goes in towards the goals and out of bounds on the full, and I reckon they'll be taking as long as they need to get this one back into the game again. So it'll be, looks like there it might be Mitchell, Darcy Mitchell, I should say. Darcy Mitchell. We go long to the outer side. Up it goes. Ball outside 50. And once again, they're happy to see it go over the line. So we'll just wait and see what happens here. Two goals of difference it is. So they up it goes. Inside 50. Bit of a scrambly play at the moment. Nothing really flowing. There's opportunity here for Spock. It comes out to Charlie Gibson in the forward line. Is he going to get a chance? He's holding the ball. He's had an eternity, but he did get rid of it. Oh. So now there's going to be a high kick up to the hot spot. Pack flies. No one can take the mark. Spalled off the ground. Looks like that. Oh, it's hit the post from inside the square. That's the third behind. Third behind for the quarter.
Hollyman it is now. Goes long down the wing. Look at that. Sets it up. The big ruckman fly. Can they get the numbers around it? Oh, it's come back around here. St. Peter's going in. Oh, a player touching that ball. It's going to dribble over the line. So they've had a couple of quick shots at goal and unable to score there. And 10 points behind on the scoreboard, or 12. So in it comes. Short kick again. Zach Smith. It's been good there. They're looking at the switch. And coach is calling out from the sidelines as well. Up it goes. Oh, bouncing off a shoulder there. St. Peter's are going forward again here, but there's no structure to it. Look, they're caught up. O'Brien slammed into the ground. Look at Glenunga repel here, and that's a beautiful kick there. Very instrumental. Luke Hollian played a great game. Anyway, it comes across. Oh, just they're trying to execute. They're trying to release quickly here, St. Peter's. They need to get a wriggle on. 16 and a half minutes in. Pack goes up. Look at the numbers. Hollian again really loved his game. Venning trying to push off. You won't get past him. Anyway, umpire, no, he's let that go, and they're remonstrating, and as you should, because Nick McGill, he's played a mighty game as well. So we get another ball in. There is screaming and yelling to our left from the Glenunga coaching box and supporters, and to our right from the St. Peter's supporters. Geez, the big fella's done a great job, Josh Orkin, giving him first use of the ball. Up it goes. Oh, players dodging nothing there and ran straight back into a nest, a hornet's nest of rams. And they are looking mighty as we speak. Probably about 8 minutes to go, though. Up it goes again, Orkin. It's going to come straight towards our boundary position here. And just late in the game, Liam Bennett.
Yeah, could have taken a chest mark there, Liam Bennett.
Yeah, a little bit of fatigue, Vince, do you think? Look at all the people there with the drinks in their hands, rehydrating. So the little boundary umpire, 9 News sponsoring, sets himself. It's going to spin over and over. In it comes player at the back. Oh, he doesn't have to. Orkin. First use of the ball. Oh, that's a throw. Yeah. Surely, come on, umpire. Oh, look out. Jock McClay is hunting poor old Hugh DeSera. And ball goes back. Alex Haran. What a
He's
great
had a
game.
mighty second half.
Leader's game. He's going to be on the left. Is he looking for a handball? Is he looking for a kick? He's just holding up play. Plays on now. Kicks it down towards the big marquee again. Up they come. Pack sets themselves. Over the back. Geez, it's a rolling maul again. Oh, round it comes. They're going to go forward again here. Glenunga. Over the back. Good smother. That's been the story of the day by them. They've had a mighty game. Look at the tired players. There's more players on their hands and knees than what there are. Standing up, Vince. Oh, geez, I tell you what, tired
18
players.
minutes.
Can
18
they hang
and
on?
a half minutes almost. And this 10-point margin. There has not been a goal
They
in
need
this
a
last
sealer.
quarter.
They need a sealer here.
There's the kick forward by Sam Abel.
Oh,
Inside 50. Can't quite get to it and
Jeez.
taken over by Charlie Gibson. We have a goalless last quarter. Is there going to be any time on?
10 points in it, but they know how to win. You summed it up earlier, Vince. This is like a final for them. It's that feel, isn't it? 10 points to go. Hold on to your hats. In it comes. There's players screaming everywhere on the sidelines. There's positioning. There's a big pack forming. Can it come out St. Peter's now through Colson? Around it comes. Handball. Tired player got it back. Just a handball flick over the top. Look at the numbers and the pressure by Glenunga. They are super impressive. I'll tell you what, whoever's got them in a couple of weeks' time, go back, have a look at this tape because Glenunga are in Division 1 and they're playing a mighty brand of football, Vince.
19 and a half minutes. How long is there going to be in this quarter? It's just intriguing. So ball's going to go out of bounds again in front of Bradley Coulson. 10 points the margin.
And Payneham Norwood Union are 1 point down against Goodwood at three-quarter time. And Prince Alfred are 9 points up on Old Iggy's. Could there be an upset on the cards there as well?
We're officially about to enter time on.
I tell you what, talk about stress for a coach. Now is the time. So, ball about to come in.
Saints need 2 goals. Ball's down the wrong end of the ground.
I just think Glenunga are hanging on here, Vince, and they're showing that they're hanging on. They're competing well. They're physical at everything. They don't want to lose this game. They want to win this, and they're going the right way about it.
Up they go again. Absolute best man on ground, Josh Orkin, in the second half. He has just carried this team. Yep, so 20 and a half minutes. 6 minutes to go. We've just been told 6 minutes to go.
Round it comes. They're running again. They're streaming forward. Colson it is. Nice kick out. You want this player in front of it too, Nick McGill. He has to reach up and get it. He breaks free. That's the quality of the player. He's inside 50. He's let go a big
yes.
one. There's the player that can lift him.
That's almost
There's
the
the player. And that is Nick McGill. And hang on. Wait a minute. The goal umpire, he's not real sure. It's a point.
It's a point. He's called it touched.
Nick McGill was celebrating like there was no tomorrow, and I'll tell you what, he could light him up. That might have been their opportunity, Vince. He was inside 50, and that's a point. So,
yep.
Players will set up again. Have a look, and there's a full ground press, so everyone's right up this end of the ground, so all the forwards from, all the backs, from St. Peter's are pushed up. I'll tell you who's free is Charlie Gibson in the middle of the ground. You'd have to go long now, or this is their game. Precise kick. What would I know? Fletcher Wiseman. Everyone's contributed today, Vince. So Wiseman, it is out wide. Gives it to, is that little Hugh DeSera? So Hugh DeSera now. Just having a look along the boundary. Oh, he goes high though. Gives them an opportunity. Very, very close to that line over there. Look at the pack form there.
Centre wing. The Saints need a hero. It's 9 points the margin. Probably only a few minutes to go.
Geez, Orkin it is again.
Orkin again. Absolutely has dominated since half-time in ruck. And rucked basically the whole game since that time. So now the ball's with Mason Neagle. Over the top. Short kick. Ball's going to go inside 50. Here's an opportunity. Pack's going to fly. Off hands. Sharked. Here's a snap by Saints. And looks like they may have got their goal.
I reckon that's Benny Belperio too. Let's kick that.
Just have a look here if it's...
Number 20. Does it come from that
Ben
far side, didn't
Belperio.
they?
Sharked.
Yep.
Yeah, it is too. Yep. Good goal, Ben Belperio.
Geez, I tell you what, Alex Haren's just come off as well. What a dangerous time to have him off the ground. He's absolutely spent to our left. And let's just have a look here.
So, 3 points the margin.
Up it goes. Jeez. Round it goes. We're just going to have a look at the scoreboard because the scoreboard over in front, over at the ground, saying it's equal, and ours is out by 3 points. So we'll get this justified. Oh, a player goes down in back play here. So in it comes. Oh, high reaching grab there, and that's Lincoln Bennett with the ball in hand. Scoreboard is saying 11-7-73 to 10-12-72. So it's 1 point in it, and they come forward again. Numbers around the ball, big pack. Oh, that is a telling grab. And umpires, there's a lot of jumping around, there's a lot of excitement. Young bloke here, Jordan Opperman, looks very cool. That was a great grab. So will they go for the precise kick? Will they bomb? If you bomb, you're in strife with St Peter's getting the ball back. If you go the screw, you might kick a goal, young man. But he's got the ruckman. He's got the big ruckman just to his right here if he wants. Play on is called. He does elect to go the bomb. That's a nice kick in. But 3 kicks to St Peter's, and there's a good grab.
They've given the ball away.
Yeah, Mitchell, I reckon it is. Now the handball's on. They're going to release and they're going to run. We're about 24 minutes in. Over it goes. Nagel. Good link up. Out wide. Into the middle. High kick. We need a grab for Glenunga. Oh, a bit of a push out there. Umpires paid it. Jake Sutcliffe is on 50. A little bit of a limp. Probably 52, 53. We are very close to siren time.
We are.
1 point in it. And he is... should we say grandstanding? No, he's just setting himself up. So all the players in this half of the ground, very deliberate. Left footer. Walks in. We'll know by the reaction. Sets it up. Hop, skip, jump. Let's go. Straight over the umpire's head.
Wow.
And they have hit the front. They have hit the front, and Sutcliffe has nailed it. There's a little bit going on here amongst the supporters. I tell you what, is there enough time? Can they get one back? Very deliberate kick. In he came. Bang. Goal, Sutcliffe. Boy, oh boy, Vince, you might have to redo the awards.
26 minutes. We're looking at a 5 point margin at the moment. Umpire's about to ball it up in the middle. 2 late goals from Spock. In it goes. They're going forward again, but it's going to be repelled. Straight through to Darcy Mitchell. They waste no time. Back in towards forward 50. Pack forms. Down it comes. Who's going to shark it? Looks like...
Jeez,
now it's out there, kick there. Luke Hollian dribbles the kick forward. Oh, is that in the back? Not paid. Umpire calls play on. What's happening now? He's going to ball it up. 27 minutes. Ball it up. Pack formed, still inside 450. Can they get a clean possession out? No, quick kick comes out. That might have been Michael Pope, but it looks like it's going to come back again. It's taken by Zach Smith. Don't waste time, son. Get the ball back inside 50. And he does. High kick goes to wide. Punched back outside 50. Who's going to be first there? Looks like it's Glenunga. Tackles applied right on the forward 50 line. 28 minutes.
Jeez, I tell you what, talk about right down to the wire. Have a look at it. One kick in it. Can they get it back? Big slap forward. They're trying to soccer. We need a free kick to Glenunga if they can. St. Peter's need to hang on. Nick McGill, what a handy player. Yeah. He would have to be high up there with our team man awards. Yep. Over it comes. Can they get it forward? No, they can't. St. Peter's, they go out towards the boundary. It's still in by the players. By the playground there. I got tied up myself, and another ball up. And talk about tension. Let's just have a look now as there's a kick in it here, if they can get hold of it, but there's a lot of congestion right in this last line of defence, and he's played a mighty game down there as well. Here it comes, they're going to bomb in. It's the last hurrah. Up it goes. Is there a grab? No, there's not. Oh, player traps the ball. Oh, he's calling for a throw in.
Throw in.
Bit of cramp down there. Abel's down there. This is the spot where they need it. They need to be dangerous. Can't be long to go, Vince. Cannot be long. We're at the 29-minute mark. Umpire brings it in. Over it goes. Oh, big punch. Siren's gone. St. Peter's have stolen it. They've been behind all day, and they have stolen the win here. 5-point winners in the end. 11-7. Glenunga couldn't get a goal in that last quarter.
No. They led for the first 7 minutes and led for the last 5 minutes.
And 11-12-78. So that is our final score. 11 goals, 7-73 Glenunga. And St. Peter's 11 goals, 12-78 in an absolute nail-biter. And they can hold their head up, Glenunga, with that mighty effort. And I guess a pity from them that they couldn't get up. But to the other side's credit, St. Peter's, what a mighty effort.
Yeah.
Push and push and push. And they kicked the 2 goals in that final quarter. I'll tell you what, they kicked 2 goals 5, though, to 2 points. So a mighty effort by St. Peter's. But I'll tell you what, weren't they pressed? And haven't we put the cat amongst the pigeons?
Yeah, excellent quarter by the players there from St. Peter's, especially late. And look, feel a bit sorry for Glenunga. They'd certainly done themselves not lost any friends today on their effort. It's been a fantastic effort by them to play so well against a team that's had such a big win last week, and we expect that they're only going to build and learn from that. And but well done to Spock. They've shown they're going to be one of the good teams this year in Division 1.
All right, Vince. Well, I'm going to let you go out and chase up our players for our Better Players Awards, of course. And you've got a couple of interviews to do, and I believe that you're going to bring them over here in front of the commentary van. You've got 3 there, and we've got some Powerade to give out. We've got a New Balance voucher. And, poor old Jeff Riddle there walking past us. I reckon he's aged about 5 years just in that last quarter. But what a sensational effort. And players starting to migrate towards us here. And I'll tell you what, they'll be celebrating hugely today. So wandering over, I've got to remember that Lockwood went off. They lost Lockwood with the shoulder, and also Will Montgomery. So they were a man down for pretty much half of the game. So we're just looking at the players now coming over into the shade. And Vince is just going to pop out. So we see we can't see, but to the left of screen you've got Glenunga just going off the ground now, having a bit of a powwow. And boy, oh boy, St. Peter's cock-a-hoop here. So Vince is going to make his way in. Look for the man in the black cap as he wanders in. I reckon Nick McGill will be up there. Sutcliffe, I reckon, might have player of the day for that last goal. And we'll see who else he pulls out. So we've got Vince here with the 3 players. So just lining up now, you can see the partners of the players out there helping to celebrate as well. And not too far away now from Vince. And there's a bit of carry on going on in the background. And we're going live to Vince now.
Okay, we're on. Okay, so here we are. We've got Ed Allen, Jake Sutcliffe and Nick McGill. First, we'll go to you, Nick. Mosley, Bar and Kitchen, best team man. Well played. Geez, you battled hard all day and did a lot of hard things for your team there, mate.
Yeah, that was a tough one. We knew what they were going to do straight out. We've been their pressure and their competitiveness. So, it was a good fight and we're really happy with how we played in the last quarter. We just had to fight it out and that was really good.
That's right, really persisted all day. Then we go to our New Balance best on ground and most valuable player. And that goes to Ed. Ed got a stack of the ball, especially in the first half, mate. Well done.
No, it was just a good just get the win. It's a tough game. First game for the year, and just stoked to get a win with the boys, and unreal.
And Simon Black Academy player of the day. Well, it has to go to the man who kicked the last goal of the game, mate. How'd you feel when you're lining up?
I was really nervous, I'll be honest. Fucking didn't play that well all day, but went back and just thought I'd kick through the ball and see what happens. So yeah.
Yeah, no, well done. Okay, so we got lots of goodies to give away to the guys. Tony, we'll throw it back to you up in the commentary box while I dish out all these prizes. Thanks very much.
Well, thank you very much, Vince, and very worthy winners there, and we'll get a couple of photos with them now with all their goodies. So Nick McGill, very well done. Sutcliffe, of course, that last goal, and he's a left footer, kicking probably from the wrong side for left footer, but a pressure kick for the man. And we'll have a look at some of the stats here. The inside 50s for the day. Well, Glenunga 50 to 46, but that last quarter, St. Peter's got 12 into Glenunga's 11, and they did kick 5 points, 2 goals, 5 for the quarter. The marks 15 to 9 to Glenunga in that last quarter, and I think you can put that down to the way that they played the game and just pushed the ball around. 73 to 62 for the whole day, so that was their game plan, to push the ball around. Possession football, it almost worked for them, but almost doesn't quite get the chocolates. Marks inside 50s, well, it was 6-all. 1-1 in the last quarter, so very, very equal there. Intercept marks, well, they tried their heart out. 5-2 Glenunga's way that last quarter, meaning that the ball was in, obviously, St. Peter's first half. Turnovers, 10-all, 40 to 44, so a few more by St. Peter's. Tackles, 59 to 42, and Glenunga were very hot on that first 3 quarters. 15-all in the last quarter, so that tells a story there. Tackles inside 50, 2-4. Clearances, well, Glenunga fell away, 34 to 45 for the game, 12 to 13 in that last quarter, so a very telling statistic there. Centre clearances 2-1, 15 to 8 for the quarter for the game, for Glenunga. Hit-outs 49 to 39, of course the big fella there, Josh Orkin, up in the ruck, and the free kicks 25-26, very even by the umpires. We are going for a short break, and we'll be right back with a huge wrap-up as Vince, you're the everywhere man, you've joined us, mate. We'll be back after the break for a huge wrap-up.
Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Okay, here we are, Tony. We're back.
We are back, Vince, and what a huge win in the end for St Peters, just to come from behind, but just the way that game was played, and they'll be cock a hoop in the changes. A couple other scores here: Tea Tree Gully 14-18 102, Port District 14-13 97. So a 5-point win to Tea Tree Gully up there at home against Port District, and Goodwood Saints 14-17 101. Got over the top of Payneham Norwood Union 10-9 69. Saints kicked 7 goals to 2 in the final quarter.
Yeah, good effort there, and what a great game we witnessed here. So looking forward to next week. The little birdie told me that Iggy's unfurling their flag next week might be the and their first home game at Karen Rolton. They've had to play the first 2 away, so that may be it. So just thanks to everyone. Thanks to Alejandro and all our thank you, Alejandro, and all our crew and support staff here. Our sponsors: Roll the Dice, Simon Black Academy, the Magnificent Mosley, the Archies, the best thongs in the world. Dartfish, the Australia's most used coaching tool. Sports Interactive Filming Footy that manage our broadcast. And Tony, I reckon that might just be about it for us this week.
Well, I think it was sensational. Once again, our thoughts are with the umpires. We found that out during the game, so they've had a rough week, but very well umpired today. Thank you to everyone that was watching the broadcast, Australia and worldwide. As you said, Dartfish and Sports Interactive especially. All the behind-scenes crew, of which there are hundreds. Keep your eye out for Between the Posts this week. We've got lots to talk about. And thank you once again for joining us in this sensational broadcast of local Division 1 Adelaide Football League football.